Sarah Winter has dropped a massive documentary on Warrior. Apparently he admits to cheating, steroids, and plenty of other terrible things. This is a 2-hour video. I'm streaming on live right now on Twitch with my chat, and we're going to be reacting, we're going to be talking about this, and there's going to be plenty of drama. So here we go, 2 hours, let's go. Oh shit. This is scary. I'm scared, guys.
But yeah, Sir Winter is gonna be asking me some questions about Warrior Rust.
Bitch, I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I
God.
run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's
why
why
the
I ain't
hell is
calling.
there pop-
Phone and
why
progression
is
is all
there
that I wanted. The
popping on the
phone and
screen?
affection. I summon and dub it. Cause bitch, I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection. I summon and dub it.
Alright, guys. That was hype. That was hype. This is his history. The true story of Warrior Rust. By the way, for context, if you guys don't know, Warrior in the past few weeks has deleted everything off his social media. He's deleted all of his TikToks, all of his tweets, unfollowed everybody, removed his Discord. So everybody's been wondering what this guy has been up to, and I think Sarah Winter's going to have some answers. Oh, I didn't.
For a video of this magnitude, there's a few things I need to say quickly. First of all, I've tried to reach out to most people who are mentioned throughout the interview, and some of them have told me they don't even want their name mentioned in the video. I try to honor that by redacting their names. Second of all, Warrior was only able to use his phone to record this interview. I've tried fixing his audio quality as best I can, but it's a phone mic. It's not awful, but it isn't a studio quality mic. I've also added subtitles for you. And lastly, I've done a lot of interviews with people and put countless hours of research into everything Warrior has told me, getting down into the trenches of 9-year-old drama all the way up until present day. And everything I've seen and heard firsthand over the years, the unprompted things I was told during my interviews with others, and the things I've found where no one would ever think to or be able to look, all tell me one thing. Everything Warrior has said in this interview that isn't a theory or allegation is indeed true. Now, some of those things I personally don't want to touch, as it'll make mountains out of molehills for the most part, but after this video is out, Warrior is free to talk about those things that were cut from the video and the redacted names as much as
So there's probably we're gonna get a ton of drama here, but there's way more that we could get that Sarah Winter decided to exclude from the interview because he knew it was that bad. There's way more drama probably that we could get after this video. That's crazy.
he pleases. This is his story after
Sarah
all.
Winter's a good. This is how you know Sarah Winter's good at documentaries, because he's being the responsible person and doing the right thing by excluding names and certain pieces of information, because he doesn't want to be an asshole. He doesn't want to just throw everyone under the bus for content. Like, that's just not him.
I'm just the librarian. I will be, however, saving the whole uncut interview with the chance that it could be released at a later date. With that being said, hopefully all my hard work has earned a sub and a like from you, but now Warrior has a monumental tale to tell. Enjoy.
Oh, shit. Ooh, let's go. Oh, who's that? Who's that in the bottom right? Chat, who is that? I might be making an appearance in this video. Spoiler, I will be. Cheese with the sub. Thank you so much, Cheese.
So, when you hear the name Warrior, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Okay, yeah. So if you want some inside exclusive information, when Sarah Winter reached out to all of us as creators, he asked, "Yeah, I'm gonna ask you a few questions," and this is the first thing he asked. He asked, "When you hear Warrior, what do you think?" And then he answered it, and then we'll go from there.
Roided out of his mind.
Yeah, Sir Winter is gonna be asking me some questions about Warrior Rust.
So, first thing that comes to mind is probably one of the best recoil players I've ever seen in my life.
The first thing that comes to mind, huh?
And yeah, wait, he was arrested. Does that have anything to do with the training? I mean,
PvP Chad, like he's a PvP meathead.
I'm trying to think of the...
He is a PvP meathead. That's what I said. I mean, that's all the. That's not a diss. That's what all those guys are. All the PvPers. They're PvP meatheads. That's so funny.
Correct word.
Unintelligible, because I don't know what he's saying half the time.
Probably that he's a crack and femboy.
I mean,
Yo! Why is everyone mention the femboys?
a loose cannon.
Probably controversy, I'd say.
Crazy Beamer.
Femboys and steroids.
Oh,
Bro, you can't put it in the
another
video,
femboy.
bro. Hey.
The first thing that comes to mind, there's a few things. PvP Sweat.
Sweat Lord.
If not the best, one of the best
Bit of PvP.
players in Rust in terms of purely PvP.
Yeah, one of the best, I would say.
One of the first streamers that really popularized PvP.
He's the first one actually to host me on Twitch back in the day.
He was always super kind to me.
He's a little crazy of a dude.
You had him in a call and he was talking about this?
Hey, this is from what I've heard, alright? Hey.
I wouldn't be fucking admitting that.
Think of the aim train clip with the MP5 recoil back when it was
Yep.
bannable. There's that video of him doing the MP spray.
Yep.
Clipping a full...
That's literally that's literally, if you guys want to see the clip right here. It's literally in my video that I put 4 years ago with Warrior here. If you want to see the MP5 clip. His sprays are insane that he can literally hit every shot as a headshot. Right here. Look at that. To prove how guys, he was insane, like for his time. This was 4 years ago. So that's what people are mentioning about the MP5 clip. It was insane. So yeah, like pretty much all these YouTubers are saying he's like the best. He's the GOAT.
Magazine of an MP5 and he's like hitting 25 headshots or something.
Pack AK versus Warrior MP5, like who would win?
I remember the guy from 2019. He's a bit abrasive. A legend in the community.
A really good player.
Actually, when Warrior started doing the gambling shit, I made an account on his code and I gambled on his code for him. I was trying to help him out.
Amazing PvPer. I've heard some things
Guys,
about it.
look at all the YouTubers that are featured in this. This is important. Sarah Winter is cooking up a huge project here.
You know,
this is so many
Everybody
people.
thought that Selena and Warrior were dating back in the day.
a little bit of cheating here and there.
I saw something about that actually. I am cool with a lot of streamers. It's just there's a couple.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
Oh,
about what's going
shit.
on.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's gonna be good.
yeah, okay.
Steroids.
So, like,
Steroids.
before we begin, just so we're completely clear before we start, you're happy for me to record this conversation and potentially use parts of it in a video?
Oh, you know it's gonna be good when he says, "Can I record this and use it for the video?" You know Sarah Winter has to legally ask this because he has such great questions lined up that it could make him look potentially bad. We'll see, but any good interview starts with that. You're okay with us recording this?
Of course, bro. Of course. If anything, I'm sorry that I can't give you too much proof because, like, it will just fuck a lot of other people's shit up for no reason. But, bro,
Oh, dude, what does he mean by that?
once this kind of money's going around, like, people are not playing fair. It's common sense.
Well, yeah. That's always going to be a thing. It's just, on what scale is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Before we get into everything, I just want to explain how I want to approach this. I'm genuinely interested in hearing the whole story, and I'm not coming into this assuming you're lying or assuming everything you say is true. I want to understand it properly. Then afterwards, I'll go through the evidence and verify what I can.
Absolutely.
If there's anything you tell me that you specifically don't want used publicly, just tell me at the time, and I'll mark it as off the record.
There's probably plenty of that, so yeah, no worries.
Oh,
Sweet
shit.
I'll probably interrupt occasionally to clarify some names, dates, or ask what evidence.
Of course, bro, that's good.
Yeah, and whatever evidence exists, but otherwise, I just want you to tell this story in your own words. So, rather than me throwing a bunch of questions at you immediately, I thought we could just start with our own history with one another.
Sure. Yeah. The first time I met you, as in it was that video with Carl.
The video Warrior was talking about was when he was playing with Carl years ago, and he made some remark about me being shit at Rust. Me being me back then, of course, I had to respond where I said, "Who was that ear-shattering cretin who called me shit? Let's see his PvP talent, the Welsh Chad." Phenomenal clap back by me. But was it warranted? Absolutely not. But not knowing who Warrior was back then or his friends, I could never have known. I just put myself in their crosshairs. I was Discord bombed by Warrior and his friends, where they all spam Sir Winter as a stupid N-word. They were all probably blocked, and I just forgot about it until Warrior reached out to me recently with a little reminder. Yeah, you told me I was actually on your group's most hated list of streamers, but somehow at the same time I was one of the most respected. And you and I eventually made our peace, and we've gone as far as being on the same team during the first kickoff event. So when you reached out to me recently saying you wanted to finally tell your story and gave me a small glimpse into what you've experienced behind the scenes over the last 11 years, I'll admit I was intrigued, but also a little skeptical. Some of the things you've told me are pretty extraordinary, and I think anyone watching this is probably going to have the same questions I do. And why should I trust your version of this story?
Oh my god. Fucking insane. Dude, Sarah Winter knows the good questions.
Same reason they subscribed, I don't know. They just do. They just do that. That's all with intention. Like this house, well, they didn't build it. It was purchased with funds from all this, like, you know, if you believe I'm LARPing, that's fine. You just don't believe it. If I can provide proof, it's non-incriminating evidence that works in our favour, and if I can only provide contextual and things I've anecdotally seen over the years, then absolutely that's all I can provide, because the lines blur, unfortunately, from a joke to serious reality quite easily.
Yeah, like, so at the end of the day, like, this is your story and you're telling it, and I'm just here to observe and, you know, ask questions and whatnot. So, you know, however,
as you said about giving you the footage and stuff, is because we literally hate you, bro, for no reason. Literally for no reason, because you're successful and because you was a bit fat or whatever, and we was kids, and it was like that's all it was. So now looking back on it, it feels just that the person to win essentially is the person putting in the effort. You've tried to keep the channel going, like you've adjusted to the niches, you've done the documentary stuff. So like, yeah, it's obviously it comes across as like some red herring, a trap, but no, it's simply just because you invited me to play that kick event. That's all. You looked after me, bro, in a time where I needed it. I was starting playing.
You guys want to know something? So, what Warrior just said is like he's pretty much happy that Sarah Winter gave him a chance in the kick event, which we hosted, and that's why he's doing this documentary. I questioned Sarah Winter when he wanted Warrior. I was like, hey, are you sure? Like, you know, like he's got arguments, because there was an event previously where he like dipped out on his teammates. Like, I'm sure Warrior knows what I'm talking about. There's an event where he just dipped out on his teammates. At the time, Warrior like was skeptical as an event player, but Warrior told him, he's like, yes, trust me, I want Warrior in. And then he also said he'd think it would be good for drama because Coco had beef with Warrior because they were gonna box, and I'm sure that's gonna pop up in this documentary at some points. But yeah, and then I was like, okay, all right, you want Warrior in, yeah, go ahead. And there were some pretty funny clips that came out of Warrior playing in the first kickoff. I think T-Guy Tom killed Warrior and he like crashed out, which I think I saw in the intro. So I just think that's interesting that because of the kickoff event, you know, that's how like they got their relationship fixed. And now Warrior's here with Sarah Winter doing a documentary.
Flying over to Rome to meet some people I'd never met, bro, that I just met on Discord that day. They just had come to Rome. I jumped on a flight and you messaged me as I was taking off. And I was like, that's so good to have that in the back pocket in case this meeting goes south. But they keep me off the second one. That's what actually set this in motion.
So this is one of those instances where Warrior thought he was right about something, but wasn't. What he's talking about is during the Kickoff 2 event in Rust. He was picked up to be on Trainwreck's team. Trainwreck ended up standing down and handed it to Mendo. Mendo stepped down 4 days before the event started and gave his spot to eRob, a popular Twitch streamer not associated with the Rust community at all. And he also happens to be Tyler One's younger brother. Warrior was under the impression he was removed by Face Punch, which is factually incorrect because only FancyOrb and Kick can decide who the captain is, and only a captain can decide who is in their team. When eRob took over the captaincy position, he allocated his co-captain spot to Angela Oreo, a just chatting Twitch streamer with about 34,000 followers. So with the two popular Twitch streamers now at the helm who had no idea about who's who in the Rust community, upon reviewing their roster, they kicked Warrior. Warrior tried to reach out to find out what was happening, but Face Punch left him on red because they don't involve themselves in that side of things. And eRob and Angela also left him on red because, you know, big Twitch streamers or something, I guess. I passed that info along to him, and he agreed that outcome made sense.
Okay, yeah, no, that what Sarah Winter is almost correct. Like with like the teams, yes, like Trainwreck dropped out, but he didn't give his spot to Mendo. Like XQC dropped out from the first one as well, or couldn't play. So that story kind of lined up. But yeah, we didn't ban Warrior from the event. Yeah, it was Buddha, right? Yeah, Buddha. Yeah. No, we didn't ban Warrior. And yeah, Face Punch is probably so busy. That's why they probably didn't respond to him. But yeah, I'm glad that you told him Winter's in the chat for the people watching the video, but I'm glad you told him that he wasn't banned, because I know it looks like that from the outside, but Yeah. And also
Well,
another thing is like it says only FancyOrb or like us can choose like the captains. We don't actually choose like the final choice of the captains. We present Kick all the options. We say, hey, you know, this person's a notable creator, this person's a good streamer, this one's a big entertainer, and we give all the options to Kick on like a big silver platter, and essentially they're the ones that choose. But Coco and I do you know, put forward the names on who we think are good people for the like an event, because we know like the space that's, you know, the Rust space. We know who would be a good entertainer and who does phenomenal in these kinds of events. So we don't get the final say, but we do push forward the options to Kick, and they tell us who they want at the end of the day. Holy drama. Yes, there's going to be lots of drama. Guys, we're only 10 minutes in this. We got 1 hour left.
You
1
see,
hour
the knock-on
50.
effect is that Alistair has to step down.
Wait, what do you say there?
Now with temple taps.
Oh,
I passed that info along to him, and he
Taps
agreed the
mentions.
outcome made sense.
But now with temple taps, you see the knock-on effect is that Alistair has to step down. That's the downstream knock-on effect, which you cannot prove at all, is that Alistair has to step down off the basis of what temple taps has done. But it's the same thing that AirPods was doing, and it's the same thing that allegedly other creators have been doing for many years.
Is he saying, bro?
That's the
I gotta replay
downstream
this.
knock-on effect, which you cannot prove at all, is that Alistair has to step down off the basis of what?
Alistair had to step down because of what Temple Taps did. Is that what he's saying, chat? Am I misunderstanding that? That is some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard. What kind of stupid shit is that? Does he really think Alistair is CEO? Is that what he's saying? I don't know if I'm understanding this correctly.
Temple Taps has done, but it's the same thing that AirPods was doing, and it's the same thing that allegedly.
I mean, like you said, we don't have any proof for that, but that just sounds kind of stupid.
Other creators have been doing for many years.
There's no
much
way.
More successfully,
I mean,
much more anonymous.
And just to clarify, that's accepting money from cheating companies to advertise their cheats indirectly.
Yeah, but basically just working with the enemy. Whatever the enemy is, whether that's the casinos, whether that's the cheaters, they're working with the enemy for backhanders, but they just have plausible deniability. So, like, for Temple Taps to get game banned in Rust, he has to violate the end user license agreement in Rust. He doesn't have Twitch can have no interaction. To get a ban, he got a ban on both or not. I watched the video, but he was unbanned when I looked yesterday, right? Did he get a ban on Twitch at the same time or not?
No. So that came.
okay, I don't know why. Like he brought Alistair at the beginning there. Now, like that was so weird. That's so weird.
After I spoke to Temple Taps about that, I was like, "What?"
Well, he did get one. He got removed.
Yeah, he got a 24-hour ban on Twitch for sexual misconduct or something. It was something to do with an alert or something where someone was moaning.
Did he show you the email?
No, not this time. Warrior is talking about Sinks and Coconut Bee's theory from my previous video about why Temple Taps.
I want to talk about this after, but I'm gonna let Sarah Winter explain it here, just so you guys have full context.
Banned. In it, it's alleged that Temple Taps was taking money under the table to let cheating stream snipers farm him for content, where he'd give big reactions for the cheaters' videos and their thumbnails, and was paid in the form of anonymous gifted subscribers on Twitch, as his inflated sub count didn't match the normal amount someone would normally have for around 200 to 400 viewers per stream. Ultimately, he was banned for scripting by FaZe Punch after they did an investigation and even had a third party look into it as well, where both of them found that hundreds of instances of synthetic mouse movements were detected. What makes everyone so unsure about the situation is that Temple Taps is known to not be that skilled when it comes to PvP, which he himself has admitted. And from his fans and viewers' perspectives, and even everyone else's, you can't actually tell if he's scripting or not with the naked eye. My theory on that is that if he actually was scripting, wherever he got them from, he got ratted out directly to FaZe Punch, who then began investigating him. Also, you can all stop harassing Sinks now over it. Coconut Bee stands by this theory, but Sinks ultimately believes that he was actually just banned for scripting. Now, I've got a little bonus for you all. I actually reached out to Temple Taps for an interview, which he did agree.
Real quick, what do you guys think? I'm gonna pull up my chat here so the YouTube viewers can see. What do you guys think about that theory? Do you guys have any opinions on Temple Taps being banned? I personally, I don't fucking know. Like the guy. It's weird to see. While you guys are typing, I'm gonna explain mine. It's weird to see him get banned. Like, I mean, as an event organizer who has to like ban people and like people get mad at me, but they don't understand the picture behind the scenes, I'm sure there's something that we all don't see, and we will never know. We will never know the answer. We got two sides, and that's all we can go off of. I've talked to him many times, and I don't think he was cheating, and his sub count is still high when playing DayZ and other games. Okay, interesting. Coco's explanation makes sense when he breaks it down. Yeah, it does. It does. But it's like, it's a huge stretch. Like, it is a crazy theory, but I mean, it's one that could make sense. Someone is lying. Yeah, that is true, Unknown. One of them is lying. Yup, Winter. 6.5k Twitch subs every month for 200 viewers. Yeah, that is... I wonder, like... I mean, he must have whales in his community if he truly is telling the truth. Coco's drama clickbaiting. I mean, hey, you know he loves to do that. What's up, Spinky? You're 46 minutes in? Bro, I'm like... Let's see how many I'm in. I can't see. I think I'm like 20. It's a banger, bro. It's already a banger. I'm just curious what everyone was thinking. I saw last 6 months he had like random people that followed him in 7 minutes and dropped him 50 subs. Okay, so I will say one thing. Coco told me this theory like in call when it happened. And one of, like, I can't prove this. You'll just have to go off of my word, or you don't have to believe me. But he showed me that one of his most gifted viewers had an old Twitter account linked to the Twitch profile. And when you clicked that link, it was a cheat-related Twitter. It was empty. It was an empty Twitter account, but in the handle, it had, like, cheat something. So I can't prove that. I can't show you that. But you'll just have to go off of my word on what I heard. So I thought that was interesting. So, and that's why Coco's theory was made that day, because he saw that, and that's like where it connected. I don't know if he mentioned that. I did not hear or see him mention that when he dropped his theory, but I don't know if I should have said that, but who fucking cares, right? It's over. All right, it's 12. God damn, we're only 12 minutes in. How long is this? This is already a 22-minute video. YouTube viewers, I'm so sorry for yapping.
Unfortunately, he must have changed his mind because he sent me an 8-minute voice recording.
Biggle says Coco is always right. Biggle, there's so many behind the scenes things that Coco and I have talked about that he fucking somehow was right in the end. It actually baffles me. So like, I've seen this guy so right about so many crazy theories.
That I'll play for you now with some footage from Winter NA main in the background, which I'm playing and streaming on this Friday.
Nice promo, Winter. Nice.
Feel free to come and ask me some questions about the video.
Guys, Winter Rust servers are actually pretty good. My event devs run Sarah Winter servers, so they are good. I don't know if we have any Australian viewers here, but go check out those servers.
Any of my recent videos, because I'll be recording, and if the questions are interesting enough, I might even make another video out of it. Twitch link is in the description, but let's hear what Temple Taps has to say.
Obviously, right up front, I'm going to say what is absolutely the 100% cold hard truth of the situation. I've never cheated in Rust, not one singular time. I've never...
Okay. I mean, I think that part is believable. I don't think anyone's questioning he was cheating.
Downloaded a cheat. I've never been to cheat websites.
That's not what we're questioning.
Which ones are available. Like, I don't have, you know, like, cheats for other games that are on my PC. I don't use an auto-clicker. I don't have Razer macros. I don't use NVIDIA. I don't use Reshade. I've never used any of these, not once.
He's so quiet.
Let me turn him up. Maybe NVIDIA like 4 years ago when you were allowed to use it, but I've never used it, not even a singular time, like Gamma or anything since it was disallowed years ago. Not a single piece of software, not auto hotkey, nothing. You know, get that right out of the way. But I think probably that's pretty obvious at this point. 12,500 hours of live streamed Rust every single minute. And to those of you saying I delete VODs, I've never deleted a VOD. I haven't had VODs in 3 years, but there's plenty of clips. There's hundreds of hours of my shooting and my gameplay of clips. If you ask any pro right now, and the reason I don't have VODs and haven't had them for years is because most of my content surrounds raiding, by the way. I don't care about PvP. Everybody knows this. My VODs have me rocket raiding all day, every day, you know, depoting rows and rows of rockets. So when I log out at night, if I have VODs enabled, people just scrub through the VODs, they find my base, they find my server, and they go for an easy offline with rockets. So I disabled VODs years ago. You can ask anybody who's watched my stream. I haven't had VODs enabled for years. Okay, everybody knows that about my stream who's ever watched it, though. So, you know, that out of the way. Yeah, I think it's also incredibly obvious that I haven't used scripts or any kind of other assistance in aim or PvP. Even if you ask like other pros who have seen me get banned and clearly like aren't sympathetic towards me, they admit that it's obvious I'm not cheating. I think everybody knows that. Even down to the last minute of the last hour of the last stream that I streamed, I'm spraying circles around people. It's very obviously unassisted. Yeah, the ban is false. I haven't cheated, and you know, I'm gonna do my best to run through the other conspiracy theory, which I totally understand. I sympathize, since it's obvious I haven't actually used any aim assist or synthetic mouse movements. People want to come up with any other reason they can try to find as to why I might be banned. People just don't want to accept the fact that maybe the ban is just a mistake, and I get that. But yeah, I mean, from where I'm,
if it was a mistake, surely, like, I've seen plenty of Rust creators get false bans. I mean, one I can think of off the top of my head, for example, was Rickoloff, and he was unbanned pretty fast, so I don't think it was accidental. I mean, there's something. I mean, listen, Face Punch does not do things for no reason. Let's be honest, guys. This is a huge company.
I'm sitting, it absolutely is a mistake, and I'll explain why. The idea that I would, first of all, obviously I'm ethically against cheating. Second of all, cheaters that stream snipe me hurt my stream. You know, people always want to talk about how my reactions were just so ridiculous. You're absolutely right. My reactions were ridiculous. They weren't at first. I got relentlessly stream sniped and fucked on by these cheaters.
I will say, having, like, it does make sense, like, because you want to give good reactions and not be bad vibes for your stream. So, like, I don't think that's, like, too bad of, like, an issue. I mean, he did get cheated on like crazy, like fucking, I seen bullets coming down, raining from the sky and killing this guy. Like, I would be giving those same kind of reactions too. But
for months and months and months. At some point, every time I would report them, I had two choices. After I report them and I'm waiting for them to get banned and I've got rows of rockets in my base, I got two choices. I could stay in the base, miserable, and look like an idiot while I'm live to hundreds and hundreds of viewers.
You never want to look salty, like, on stream, and especially if you have face cam, like, because that just puts bad vibes to your viewers too. So
I can try and
get
spin it into something that is at least entertaining for myself and my audience. That's when I started running out mindlessly and just like getting slammed, etc., etc. You know, and looking back on it, I mean, people did find that hilarious, but looking back on it, obviously I regret it, because I can see from how the outside, like, viewers who have never watched my stream to perceive it like I'm trying to encourage that behavior. Like, to be clear, I absolutely don't encourage it, never have. Hate getting stream sniped. It ruins my fucking stream. It disrupts my ability to raid. It disrupts my ability to create content. There's nothing fun about it. There's nothing I ever wanted to encourage about it. And I certainly, absolutely ridiculously, by the way, I've never taken bribes in order to ham it up more than normal. These stream snipers are banned in my channel. When they make new accounts, I ban them. Hell, they were still making, this red jacket guy was making a new account harassing me after your first video came out.
By the way, wait there, I love the little head bubble you've edited down here. It's a nice little addition.
And I had to ban him again. These are not people who are in contact with me. I put it on my fucking mother's life. I have never been privately contacted by any cheat developer in order to, like, solicit me for payment. I've never been emailed, I've never been tweeted at, and I've never been DM'd. My DMs are closed. You can't even send me DMs on Discord. These people are not reaching out to me and making me offers. They're just fucking me and then making content out of it. And you know, it seems insane to me that people theorize that there's some kind of massive amount of money being given to me through gifted subs. First of all, 50% would go off the top. Second of all, the accounts are public and you can look at all the accounts that support my stream. They support my stream because I've busted my ass off. Streamed 12,500 hours of Rust. Streamed the most hours per year last year, which is the last year I was unbanned, like I was able to play the whole year, than any other streamer. Literally any other streamer. Me and Wabbit were the two highest houred streamers in the world in Rust. That's more than anybody else. So the idea is here, That's some guy on YouTube making 500 to 5,000 views a video once or twice a month at some piss low 0.01% conversion rate. That's making a few hundred extra dollars in sales because I happen to be in his video and scream. And also there's other people in all those videos. I'm not the only victim here, by the way. Is going to reach out to me with this few extra $100 a month, because that is what the conversions are going to be for a video like that, and get me to ham it up even more as to get a cut of this. Bro, a cut that would then be reduced by 50% as half of it goes to Amazon. Like, it's like $100 a month or something. A ridiculous amount to think I would risk everything I've built for 5 years straight of my life. I mean, it's an absolutely ludicrous theory mathematically. Like, these videos are not like creating massive like sales conversions for these guys. These guys are just having fun shitting on streamers. And yeah, do I regret choosing to try to have fun instead of just AFKing in my base and feeling miserable about it? I do kind of regret that, because clearly it's created an image that is false about how I feel about getting stream sniped. I've always hated getting stream sniped. It's miserable. It hurts my content. Not once have I ever been approached by any of these people and offered to ham it up, as it were, as to how I'm getting killed by them when they're stream sniping me, all right? That's a matter of fact. You will not find a DM, you will not find an email, you will not find a tweet. It does not exist. I can promise you that it doesn't exist. There will not be any evidence of any of these people offering me money in exchange for reacting better. It's a ridiculous theory. It holds no weight, and it doesn't even mathematically work out. Again, just do the math on it. Tiny channels with no views. Half of the time I don't even know who it is that's hunting me.
It makes
and if
sense,
I do, if it's like one of
guys.
those iconic guys like Red Jacket, I'm certainly not attempting to have it happen to me. You know, I'm incredibly fortunate.
I mean, like
to
I
have the
said,
kind
it
of
is
community
a crazy fucking theory, but I mean, it makes sense from his side. You guys hear both point of views now.
Yeah, I do. They're insanely generous.
He's
Even to this
convincing
day,
you,
while I'm
yeah. I
streaming
mean,
an entirely different game. People are still coming through.
just makes
showing
you
me
wonder
love.
why
And
did
none
he
of those
get banned
people
then?
are
I don't know.
cheat developers trying to throw me some 50% reduced bone off the edge of a 5,000 view video, okay? I'm really, really grateful to have the community I do. And, you know, it is definitely insulting to them to have the general internet imagining that they are some kind of like underground cheat developers funneling me money through some kind of Twitch laundering service. It's ridiculous. To those of you that still are supporting me, I really, really appreciate it, as you've been coming through week after week.
Okay, there's a question I want to ask one of the chat members now that we're listening to this. So Bambi, I'm calling out you. You say you trust temple taps. Now you hear his side. Why don't you trust Face Punch? Because they're the ones that have the answers. I'm just curious, like, what makes you not trust Face Punch? I like temple taps, but what really is going on? What's up, Gray Bush? Thank you for the sub, brother. 8 months. Let's fucking go. He's not tier 2 partner. He has 70-30 split, so he lied about the 50%. Really? Is he not a tier 2 partner? Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know like anything about like partner stuff. I do know if it, like Twitch takes a 50-50 tax. But yeah, Bambi, I'm curious. Like you say, you trust temple taps. Why don't you trust Face Punch? He is, I believe, he has the badge. Okay, all right, Michael. That's interesting then. I have seen temple taps play many times, and I just don't think he will do something like that. Okay, so you personally connect with him. You're a viewer. You've watched him plenty of times. Okay, I see. I don't know. You hear both sides, but it's a hard one. It's like,
and I do also just want to remind people at the end, like, please don't.
You know, there was a Frost tweet. Let me see if I can pull it up on my other monitor here, but let's see if I can find it. There was a Frost tweet that that really made me think, okay, he's kind of right. I don't know if I can find it, but it said something like, Frost said something like if he got banned, then he wouldn't be acting how Temple Taps is right now. If he truly got banned and was innocent, he'd be like plastering it all over Twitter. I got banned. What the fuck is this bullshit? And like making a big deal out of it because what the fuck? But Frost's point on his tweet was that Temple Taps is way too chill about it. He's not like acting like how a normal person would if they actually got false bans. Because every other person, like I mentioned, Ricoloff, he tweeted, "LOL, I just got banned," and he made a joke out of it because he knew he was innocent and he was going to get unbanned within a day, and that's what happened. But he joked about it. But like Temple Taps did the opposite, you know? Like it's like if you know you're innocent, you know, I don't know. If I got banned, like if you guys saw me get a ban and it was false, I'd be making tweets like I'd milk a little bit out of it because that's funny, you know, like because everyone knows FancyOrb's not cheating. So I don't know. I think Frost's tweet is interesting on that.
Harass anybody. Don't harass any FaceBunch staff. They have nothing to do with this. I am EAC banned. I still have an active, open EAC appeal, and I just have to hope it gets resolved. I have no ill will towards anybody. I don't want people thinking some things that are just objectively untrue. That's it.
Also, I reached out to AirPods, but he basically told me he wasn't involved, and he wished he had been. He may as well have made a bag on the way out. But no, he wasn't involved. It also didn't make sense for AirPods to be involved because he wasn't really a streamer, and he hasn't done a face reveal, so he can't really be farmed for big reactions.
Because it's like, bro, he's going to get a 24-hour suspension.
I forgot this is a Warrior documentary, bro.
While they investigate his account for fraud, and providing the IP address that was lined up to his machine and the hardware ID they have access to is just browser based. Well, it didn't come from Temple Taps. He's a victim. Whoever's been putting all these, we're just assuming his subscriber count is obviously fraudulent, as I've been streaming every day for my entire life with no fraudulent subscriptions, and I only peaked at about 1,500. That's every day. Go look at the social blades and stuff. I tried to find them yesterday, but they don't track subs or something because there's other characters doing this. But yeah, they're loading him up with the Twitch money off all the accounts, clears through, gets the payment. He's always active. He's always shoving hot dogs in his mouth. It's a valid reason that he needs to have 4,500. There's 200 viewers, bro. I peak of like 1,500 organic viewers in my prime in COVID and stuff, and we're only banging like 2,000 subs, and I'm pushing for that. So it's like he's been consistently doing it for years. Then it lines up. Watch every stream. He's crying about cheaters, bro. He's just being weird, and he keeps giving these red herrings, telling everyone he's not cheating to the point he's overdoing it. It's like it's all you're going on about. We clearly know you're not cheating because you're actually probably playing at a lesser level than you should be to try obscuring. The issue is Face Punch, instead of taking a blind eye like they have previously done, for some reason come out and try to defend him. They try and obscure the story. When this comes out, the Face Punch have sided with the person who is taking backhanders from the cheat developers of their game, you're going to see the bigger picture that, yes, it's all self-funding. Cheaters, buy accounts, get banned. He promotes it. Face Punch kind of take a blind eye. For some reason, they try to protect him this time. If that comes out, that all falls on Alistair's head because he's the scapegoat. He's the COO or whatever, the one that can put on Twitter and give all the followers. It's hell behind the scenes. They probably should take the blame.
Bro, does this not sound crazy to you guys, chat? Oh, my cat just jumped on my lap. Does this not sound crazy to you guys? What do you guys think about that conspiracy theory? Dumb take. Everyone's laughing. That is crazy. Is giving tinfoil fat? I don't think it runs that deep, man. I don't think so. Like, I feel like we would have known by now if video game developers do this, because cheating is everywhere. It's in CS, it's in Valorant, and there's hundreds of people who work behind the scenes on this. Surely someone would have said something by now if this like theory is true, but I don't think game developers do this because it's probably impossible to remove cheating, because I mean it's just easy to block the updates that prevent cheating, and you can just make a new cheat. So, I mean, I don't know much about this. I'm uneducated, so you don't have to listen to me. But I just think that's a crazy take. Oh my
Alistair's jumped off the sinking ship. Huh?
He's thinking Alistair jumped off the ship. I don't know.
With this, like, it's a pretty heavy accusation, of course. For this particular case, is there like any evidence there to back that type of thing up, or?
Just anecdotally, I've seen individuals potentially over the years, just didn't come from that person's IP address. You ain't got no browser machine info, never came from that person. He's a victim. He's a victim to this. They're just giving him money. These guys love him so much they're choosing to
He's not answering the question.
To give him money. So you can ban him on Twitch, but it's like he's going to cause such a scene. He's going to make
He's not answering the question. Sarah Winter asked him a direct question. Do you have any proof? And he's just yeah.
They got no proof, but they probably got self-destructive messages. Like, he set it up in a way where it's like, you just have to cry a little bit, so he's ruining his mum's dream, and yeah, it will actually just bust case. They're just a massive company that, you know, it's in their best interest to keep him on the site, farming people. He's played the role of, I don't know what's going on, blah, 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 I'm crying a little bit. Base Punch, for some reason, even spoke on it. I don't know why they would. It's really weird. It's not happened before, because AirPods was doing the same thing. Allegedly, AirPods have a Discord. It's just like one of these hit squads. It's like Lacrone's streaming. They're just going to go put some guys on him. He's going to get ripped out of the mini every 2 seconds. They're going to be laughing in VC, probably screen recording it, just having a good laugh as kids do. But I don't think he's a kid now. You think he's pretty old. Because they always forget me to run the groups, bro. It's like, I'm not going to be the face for whatever this group is. I don't even... It's like, me and Lacrone might have a bit of banter, but like, you are directly crippling his way.
Someone in chat says, that's a lot of words for I have no proof.
Every time he tries to go raid a base, he cannot get
I'm not hearing any proof here.
Yeah, you understand this? He can't upload every week. He can't get into the algorithm. He can't grow because you put those hits. So you'd argue that's extortion. And then allegedly was paying some of these groups to be able to play his own game.
Whoa, Sarah Winter, what was that redacted name? Whoa. Whoa, 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 you can't just... Ugh.
And it's like, what is going on? This is mad. It's not really about
He
Rust.
told us it would happen.
These are like almost little cliques of teams all competing within Rust for the most clout of who's the most nefarious, essentially. All behind the scenes. And then funneling through as content creators. It's actually mental when you put it like that. So yeah. But there are still some good eggs. Like Trousy. He never break any rules. Posted as well. Oil rats. Eggs that he kind of all clean. Believe.
You're starting off pretty heavy, so why don't we just wind it back just a little bit?
Read his lips. Yeah, someone... It's impossible. You're not going to read that guy's lips.
We'll get there.
You'll probably have to chop it all up and make it make sense. That's the problem. It's too much information. Like, Koto was bang on. I've got 100 game band accounts.
I mean, before we get into like all the crazy stuff, who is Warrior Rust, and how did you end up becoming such a notorious person in Rust?
So I was in computer science. I was 15 years old, bro. I was the only normal kind of guy in there. Like, I just did computer science because I knew 10 years ago, no one had a phone, bro. So what they're going to have in 10 years? If you don't do computer science or business studies, you're not future-proofing yourself. It was common sense. So I just did computer science. And one of the kids in the class, he's talking about Rust. It's like, I ain't got no mates now. I was like, oh, we'll get on Rust tonight. So I got on Rust. Bro, these guys got offline on Steam. The hours are going up on Steam. They're hiding from me already. So they don't want to play with me. Because it's like, yeah, I'm just going to steal the stuff at lunch and give them a hard time when I'm with their fucking rugby boys. But when I'm in computer science, they're like, geez, so they know I'm a snake. They don't want to be with me. So they cut me off early. So I'm just left to my own devices in Rust. Then no friends don't want to play with me. So I start just like getting people off Reddit, you know, like give me a base and like we'll team up. I wait for them to go chop trees or whatever, and I'll just take the base. Like I was the OG Wild Mike. So I was essentially scamming people really early on. But I had to get rushed for it, bro. Then I made friends with CC over some years and stuff, and it's like, now, to get a base, I'm just going to go on Reddit on Friday, tax some guy's stuff, bag CC in, and we'll give him verbal from the inside of the base as we stole it. So that's how I got into Rust. A friend snaked me and got me game banned. He didn't really, to be honest, my own greed got me game banned. I mean, more mental stuff happened over the years. Like, I had Bitcoin when it was new, gambled it all when I was like 14. Wish we'd kept that.
Wild Mike and CC are names you'll hear come up again throughout this interview. For context on who they are, Wild Mike was one of the bigger characters from the underbelly of Rust, notorious for stream sniping and harassment, amongst other things that are spoken about by Warrior. CC is Carl, Warrior's best friend over the years, and a big part of this story. But Warrior gets into that soon.
It was just me and him versus the world, essentially, as you probably realised. I mean, we don't even know if he's alive or dead. So that's the bad situation. One thing led to another. I got snaked by a friend who just posted some cheats in the card. I was like, yeah, sound, I'll take them. Like, I'm going to sell them on. Like, I'm not being, you silly bastard, bro. You just put that, this source there, custody, bro. I'm rename that file and make a new Discord in 20 minutes. This is no undetected cheat on the board, whatever.
Whoa.
Make some nice money. Deal with it. I left it on the PC, bro. I'm playing Rust. I'm just catching game bans, and I'm not sure why. I'm thinking it's because
guys, I think Warriors, hold on. Okay, someone in the chat says, "Bro, I'm lost." I think Warriors casually just admitting here that when he got the game at first, he decided to download and sell cheats. So he's pretty much admitting here that he has game bans, plenty of game bans, plenty of alt accounts. Yeah, I think he just admitted, chat. What the fuck? That's crazy, bro. I mean, this is before he probably got good, I'm assuming, and then he got good and then stopped, because I don't think he was cheating when he was actually like playing, because he didn't need to, right? Like he was better than cheats.
So good, because actually I'll sit here and just play until I get good. It don't matter. I can just it can offers me literally replaying the exact pattern. You can do your eyes closed every time. It's so easy. I don't know how these guys can't do it. So I get banned. He gives me these fucking cheats. He denies that he meant to do it, whatever. But because I've kept making new accounts, because I'm unprivy to this world at this time, I've now hardwired deban my PC.
Oh
and it's
my.
like every time I make a new account, I cannot play legit. So imagine this scenario now to get around.
Jesus Christ. So he was just a massive cheater. Okay.
This, I have to inject cheats, turn them off, to spoof the hardware ID to get on and play my game just because I got snaked. I did not understand the system, bro. So I'm emailing Facebook, I'm offering them the maddest, like, you know, if I jump into a game, bro, I'm going to climb the ranks. So it's like, I got into all the mad cheats, Rust Glory, Evil Cheats, AM Kit.
Oh my God.
All this weird stuff. And I ended up meeting all these individuals who became my friends for life. Off the back of that, cheating got bored very quickly. It got very expensive. It's thousands and thousands of pounds a month on accounts.
Whoa. Cheating is thousands of pounds a month.
Or not. You got to, like, if you can't bother doing all the fucking social engineering and stuff, just buy invites and stuff, so just start chucking money at it. It gets very expensive very quick. I was targeting Alistair because of this. And I'm in beef with him as like a 16, 17-year-old kid. Can spend money.
Wait, he was targeting Alistair and Earn? Hold on, let's replay that a little bit, because that's an interesting point.
Very expensive very quick. I was targeting Alistair because of this. And I'm in beef with him as like a 16, 17-year-old kid.
So, like, right here, you're saying he's targeting Alistair and Earn because he's just spending money?
Yeah, to the point where I spent enough to buy a new PC.
Maybe. Do you guys think that's why he made that theory, like that Alistair blah 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 is stepping down because of the Temple Taz like ban? Like he clearly has malice for Alistair, and probably Earn and all these Rust devs. But I wonder if that stuck there, because that's such a crazy theory. This man just admitted to 13 different things in the span of 8 seconds. Yeah. You think copium, Momo? I don't know. That's sus.
I was like, well, I'd buy a new PC and buy a new router and call myself Warrior. And the rest, basically, just history. That's why it laughed at me that they always call me out for cheaters. It's like, no, I'm not cheating. But I was just a few weeks before.
Bro!
My whole life.
Yo, Sarah Winter, if you're still here, okay, you are still here, dude. Some music, like dramatic music, like, dude, you gotta watch Netflix documentaries, dude. Some like music behind this, like dramatic music to like bring out these moments and sound effects, dude. If you add some like audio editing to this could be really good if you want to play to the emotion, because you can essentially control the viewer's emotion here. So if he just dropped a massive bomb here, look at this.
That's why it laughed at me that they always call me out for cheaters. Like, no, I'm not cheating.
I'm not cheating.
But I was just a few weeks before.
Boom, like a dramatic sound effect with music. Like, dude, that would have hit so harder, because like that's a fucking huge thing. Like, if you guide the viewer with like music, I think this would be a lot easier to understand. Because I know some people in the chat are like, he just goes on and on and on. You don't know like what are the main points he's trying to hit. So, oh my god, but that's crazy. Just drop that bomb.
Here, Warrior goes on to allege that a large content creator in the Rust scene was doing the same thing back in 2016. I'm not including their name for a reason, because it was 10 years ago and was allegedly not even a ban from Rust itself, but another game.
And if anyone found about this now, this time, yeah, knew it for years, always cheating, was cheating. It's like, even the steroid stuff, punching the desk, and I'm like, I don't care about the game, bro. You make like 50, 60,000 pounds a month. It's like, I gotta smash the monitor and just keep ordering new ones every day.
He just said he was making 50 to 60,000 a month. I wonder how he was making that. That's That's a lot of money.
So, for how many
I don't think any creator his size would be making that kind of money unless you're doing some crazy stuff.
years do we have to keep kind of putting this smoke screen entertainment on? I'm closer to 30 now than 20. I don't get angry at the game. The way they're taking the game is not good, unfortunately. I don't understand that. I don't know. What do you think? I'm just going to talk in this podcast.
So yeah, like the direction of the game, obviously.
Is it dying? Hold on. Let's check real quick. Let's check because I'm actually curious. I haven't checked. I haven't checked the player count in a bit. I'll pull up the player count right now. Let's see. Oh, my PC's lagging. Hello? Can you guys still? My PC froze. Can you guys still hear me? Oh, okay. I'm back. I don't know what that was. Give me a second. Rust player count. Okay. Let's pull it up right here. 122,000 peak. Let's do the last 6 months. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, this is June. Wait, hold on. Let's do 1 year, the last year. Okay, so this was September 2025. Okay, 2026. So 2026. Ooh. There was 220,000, 200. Okay, wow, it is actually going down. That is crazy. That's a big drop. Wow. All time? Let's see, all time. Okay, wait, all time it's like heading up though. Okay, so it's like a pattern. Like it goes up in December. Okay, it's following a pattern. It goes up in December, then it goes down. It goes up in December, then it goes down. So this December, it's going to be going up essentially to the pattern. But I mean, overall, it looks like it's going up. We'll see. We will see.
At the moment, I wasn't a fan. It just doesn't feel the same. It's, you know, maybe I've just gotten too old for it.
It's just too much stuff.
Yeah, I started this full time when I was 26, I believe. And I was mid 20s, 25, 26. I'm now.
You're my age right now. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm now 36.
Damn, he's an old.
26-year-old.
God
Keep
damn,
your ego
Sir
in check.
Winter.
Be a bit more humble.
So 10-year-old me.
But I also think I've always said, you know, you've got to have some kind of ego to make it big in the Rust content
if you want to be
space.
number one at something, like everyone else has to be number two by logic. Otherwise, you've already lost going into the fight.
So with what you were saying, like, there's a lot to unpack there.
There's so much. It's too much to fucking. I can't unpack it. I think that's a problem.
I'll try and help you. Who was, if you want to say, who was the friend that snaked you?
His name was Host, but he just had like a random name. Like his name was Host. And then he changed it to II7 Rocky. You can display all these names because, bro, if this get to these people, I would love to speak to him in like 10 years. It was a Bloody Mouse script before I'd ever like heard of bloodies and stuff because he's telling me, bro, you don't need this. You can't put it in your mouse. And I'm like, I'll find a way. Just give me it. I'll do it later. And I don't even get around to using it. Obviously, it's built for the Bloody Mouse. The hat goes in the mouse. I got razor mouse, bro. So now I've got a fucking cheat just sat on the desktop, essentially running open in text while the AC's booting up. It's like, oh, what am I doing? On my own IP and stuff, bro. I was too green. It was sad because I would have gone pro back then. I have all these videos. I documented everything. I deleted a whole second YouTube channel. It's all fully gone. I even like do all the email GDPR stuff. Like I had all cheating community, bro. I tried to reach out to him because I think the guy I was doing it with, he popped off, bro. I think he went super successful, or maybe not. His name was originally Noxy Hex. He spelled it KNOXYHEX. Then he renamed himself to SNN. And then I believe someone told me a few months ago he's now called I Want Cheats, which sounds expensive. It sounds like he's probably got some whole big operation going on. So fair play to him. Imagine if he's the guy paying off Temple Tap now, and it's like we were semi-legit, although we were legit until someone pisses us off, and then like we'll just cheat you if we can't beat you legit. But we kind of run most people legit. That's why it's funny. Or like he'll just get on and screen record everyone's base, right? He's just gonna go around. It's like I got beef for this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. He's on this bit of the map, this bit of the map, this bit of the map. Right? There's the video. This wall, this wall, this wall. They start like you fully hands off and just like Temple Taps, you got full plausible deniability.
Bro, is it just me or are you guys like Dude, the yapping is crazy. He goes from one topic to the other and then goes back to the other, then goes 2 forward, 2 backwards, 1 for. Oh my god.
Streaming.
Dude, thank God there are subtitles. Sarah Winter, thank you for placing subtitles on this video. Oh my god.
Stream snipers, bro. They can have the phone on the desk and some girl just can text the phone talking about he's on your left, he's on your right, he's coming from. You can't be in to get plausible deniability of stream sniping, you just have to be in an incog tab. You can't, your account cannot be in there at all. Just like Temple Tabs is saying, income his IP, he want intro. They can't see any.
Dude, how did we get to Temple Taps again?
Local information to your machine.
Oh my god.
You can get away with a lot of stuff. They know that maybe some of my old friends ran a channel called and were taxing bread, but they never spoke on it, and it was like, okay, negligence is probably not a crime. Now they're covering for Temple Taps. It's like, what's he got on him? And then Ali, like, maybe in Temple Taps got even more or something.
You've told me like this story goes back 11 years.
My whole life. So
where does the story actually begin?
I guess Warrior was conceived right as I stopped cheating. I just created the channel Warrior, and that was when it all began. Carl made a bet with me that I would not last 1 week without getting banned for it on Twitch. Made the account, and I obviously didn't get banned. I was like, it's you that'll get me banned, bro. We just start popping off, and then before we know it, we meet all these characters along the way. And yeah, literally, it just started in 2017. But off the back of it, we keep our ties with all these characters we meet on the way up who start to play key essential roles when you need specific things handling, I suppose, in that cyber world. But yeah, it crosses over into some real nefarious stuff, I suppose.
I just gotta read this chat message. Carl in the chat says, I can finish my semester and bro still wouldn't get to the point. That's crazy.
Easily. For example, I've flown all these guys around quite a lot. Like, you know, if I'm calling favors, bro, I need to look after these guys. So they're getting all the new games, they're getting flown around, bro, as best I can. It's like I'm in Red Dredge. I've done a few trips that I've paid for, with Airbnbs and stuff. And every time, like, 5 or 6, 7 guys come over, maybe when they leave, like 5, bro. Every time some guy would do some weird shit, bro. So he has moving weird.
Bro, does anyone know what he's on about now? We're talking about Airbnbs and shit now?
Cut off every time, and we've cut it down to like 4 or 5 people. And this last one that we do, we only land back here wearing cuffs on the floor. And I'm thinking, oh, Sam, me and Kyle are going to be like, I mean, we was already like this, bro. It was me and him forever. I give him anything. And now, I never speak to him since that day. And husband, bro, we got put on the floor face down. We all agreed. No one knew anything, and no one seen nothing. And now I'm thinking we're going boys for life, bro. He get put in a mental asylum, I think, and that's it. So something he's dead. I don't know. You seen his Twitter and stuff.
Okay, so he's just talking about like his old friends.
Carl isn't dead. At the time of Warrior and myself talking, he'd actually reached out to me with a few words of his own to say. Throughout this video, Warrior has told me that he loves you, it was you and him forever, you guys were brothers, and so on.
Okay, so I think these are like his old friends he's talking about, like that knew he was cheating. So that's like the lore. Like they went on trips, they got fucked up. This is like how he got his start. Because he was selling cheats and getting rich early with these guys. That's probably what he was going at. So now we're talking to one of his old friends who knew he was doing all that stuff.
What's your take on why all this is coming out now?
Well, I mean, I'd also talk the same way about him. It talks about me that he's probably the big brother I never got. We've been friends for like 10 years or something. Someone just messaged me like, Sir Winter used you in like a TikTok or something. And it was because of Wes I found out, and we're saying like he's just having like a psychotic episode or something. And I just felt bad. You know, it's hard seeing one of your friends struggle like that. I don't know if he's really struggling or if it's like some sort of bit. But
see, that's the thing with Warrior.
So his friend is genuinely concerned for Warrior here. I mean, years ago, like just 4 years ago, Warrior looked so different. Like, I mean, if you see this video, back to my video that I've posted, like, look how skinny he was. Look how different he looked. Like, he's just a kid. That was just 4 years ago. So like, this is his friend now. Like, just genuinely being concerned for him. He's deleting all his stuff. He's quitting Rust, it seems like. He's admitting all this shit that he's done. So like, that's like the context here.
Always hard to know if it's a bit, or if he's struggling, or if he's putting on a character or if he's building
Yeah.
hype. You just don't know with Warrior. What happened with you two? You guys were like brothers, and now you don't really speak.
I mean, I don't really speak with anyone that I used to play Rust with because, I don't know, it was just I had a bad few months and I just had to like get off Rust. And I realized that Wes and we may have been like very, very good friends and such, but there's just some fundamentals you can disagree on. And then, you know, you can't really see past that. But yeah, that's probably why we don't speak anymore. And I don't really speak with any Rust people. I just kind of IRL and shit, so.
You mentioned something bad happened in Malta. Can you tell me about the Malta trip?
I mean, the Malta trip was probably one of the funniest vacations I've been on, but also the saddest because I don't know what do you want to know? Because
I want to know about like the arrest and stuff like that.
so basically, one night in Malta, Chris and we were just chilling in our rooms. You know, our third friend we had brought, and we heard like a fight happening outside. And I was so drunk I couldn't be bothered going out and checking what was up. But then the next morning, I remember just waking up and Alex's girlfriend, she wasn't there anymore. She had been returned to the airport and had to fly home by herself. And then we returned home to the UK a few days later, and we arrived and there was new doors and there was like fucking RSPCA posters on the door, like animal cruelty kind of thing. I'm fairly certain she had reported him to just about any authority in the UK. And then like later that night, just watching Champions League and having a bunch of beers and shit. And then suddenly I go outside and Alex just runs in and he's like, the police are outside.
Explain it to you again.
It's the same.
What's up with the door then? Are we fixing it?
Yeah, 3 in a
I am.
3 in a
I'm supposed to fix this.
Is it like armored or is it? Do you have the blueprint or no? Wait.
Bro, the police busted through to arrest Warrior, broke their door, and this dude's cracking Rust jokes. You had the BP. It's not an armored door. It's wood. 300 wood. Gotta replace that door.
We don't have the blueprint for armored though. We craft it. We have a tier 3.
I'm shitting myself. I'm drunk as
That's
hell,
fucking
dude.
funny.
And then we just go upstairs and they bang down the doors. It was pretty fucking funny, but it was just so. It was unreal. It was like being online rated in Rust, but in real life.
Bro.
It was very strange. And I didn't really know like why it was happening at that time. I hadn't put 2 and 2 together yet.
And what do you think happened?
Well, I mean, the girlfriend messaged me like a few months later or a week later. I can't really remember. And I was just asking her what happened. And then she told me that they were like hitting each other and shit. And he was like driving really fast with her in the car in Malta to get back to the airport. And she felt like her life was, you know, threatened in some capacity. And for me, that's a pretty big fundamental disagreement, just like, you know, violence and such. So it's not something I really want to deal with. So that's also a reason why him and we don't chat anymore.
You mentioned at one point that he got violent with you or threatened you.
Yeah, I mean, it was before we went to Malta. While we're still in the UK, we're out for a drive, and I was sat in the back seat. For some reason, he had to like back his seat all the way back into my knees, and I didn't even move. I was like getting squished between the seats, and something fell off his seat because of my knees. And he got out, and he was like, "Dude, I'm just gonna fucking beat you or something."
Whoa!
And obviously, he's roided out his head, so you could always point the finger at that. But I'm just not a violent person.
So in one of the
Bro, this is crazy that this is one of his IRL friends that he's known for 10 plus years. That's really crazy. So it makes you think, like, the big question is Warrior doing this as a character, or is he actually mentally unstable? And his friend here, who's known him for 10 years, IRL as well, is saying that no, it's not a character, and he's fucking like roid rage, like from the steroids. Dude, look at his like face, dude. Like he genuinely looks like unsettled talking about this. Jesus.
clips.
I mean, I'm sure we're gonna hear Warrior's side after this.
Someone said, you know, Warrior's got to be like pretty stupid to be doing this stuff and admitting to this stuff. And I remember thinking at the time they said it, I was like, I actually think it's quite the opposite. I think he's insanely intelligent, insanely calculating, and
yeah, yes,
he's a bit of a tactician.
Oh yeah, everything for him, it's sort of a game where he has to win and he has to put down a plan and shit. He never really does anything without knowing the outcome already, if that makes sense.
I feel like I have a pretty good read on people as well, and I knew there'd be something in this for him. Like, I knew he wants something out of it. Like, if he wants this
Yeah,
to
that's-
happen, there's something going on.
Yeah, that's an agenda for sure.
Further into the interview, he was talking about this Selena person, and also he just made a little side remark, and I was like, you know, I'm basically the same thing right now. And he said, yeah, she was a useful tool.
I've heard that as well. Yeah, that is kind of how he looks at some people. It's interesting. I don't know why he would ever say that. Like, even if I were like a bit insane, I don't think I'd ever call anyone a tool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gave me an insight into like how Warrior thinks and operates. It's just that one little remark, and I was like, okay, that's opened up a whole different way of thinking.
I think it's cynical. You'd say like cynical. He can be very cynical. He can be very cold-blooded. As long as he gets something out of it at the end of the day, he doesn't mind.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I'm kind of
Jesus.
like waiting to see what that is after this video drops. If we get back on track, how do you feel about Warrior now?
Well, I'm always gonna. That'll always be my bro. At the end of the day, it might be a bit strange now, but we're still in the trenches together. We played so much Rust together. He's probably the person that I've spent the most time with in the world. So I won't have anything too bad to say about him. But yeah, I mean, he's still my bro.
Is there ever a world where you guys become friends again and hang out, or?
Probably not. I mean, I need to like completely cut anyone off with anything that reminds me of Rust, because I have like Rust addiction, dude, and it's just gonna keep ruining my life if I keep playing this game. So as I said, it's just like some fundamental disagreements on how you treat people and such that are like non-negotiable for me. One of them being, you know, being a violent person isn't something I really want to be around.
If he were to reach out to you, would you talk to him?
Sure. I mean, no matter what happens, you'll still be the same funny guy. But it definitely wouldn't be like something where we'd go on vacations together and shit again. I'm just gonna say something, and it's probably just gonna be like, it won't be straightforward. I'm probably gonna be like saying like a lot and shit, and I'm gonna be saying the wrong words. But you can edit it in, you can edit it however. But the thing about Warrior is, I'm fairly certain he didn't have like a great growing up, like a great upbringing. But at the end of the day, he was always kind to his friends till the Malta trip. But he was always very kind, very funny. You know, I'd be in high school, dude. I'd be excited to come home and play Rust with him. He can be a very good person, but sometimes he can also be like a kind of a dickhead. Yeah, that's just him.
It's just saying, bro. This guy could be dead. No one know anything, bro. When he come off the plane, he has to give him a bottle of Jägermeister. I'm like, what? You mean Jäger? That is 22 quid, bro. It's 22 quid I got with Rocco. This guy's just going to chin Jägermeister for breakfast. I'm thinking, what the fuck have I just got myself into, bro? It's happened every time. He flashed some guy around the world, and he's actually just tapped. And he was lying by his age as well, bro. For years, I'm thinking this guy's older than he is. So it's like, that was the story with CC, but he just, you know, I pay him to be the editor just to try and put a roof over his head, bro. Like, I'd spend a lot of money on him. I've tried giving the game to be a streamer, but he just never gelled with it, I guess. I don't know. Went insane. He was drinking bottles of wine. So he's gone insane. He's gone in my head. And it's like, well, if I don't have Carl, yeah, other friends have died. Now we've cut back so many people. I've got no one. So it's like, it doesn't even matter anymore who I talk about or what I say. I've had 11 years of this game. It's like, we can just go be normal now, live a normal life. But all the mad stuff has been happening, yeah. Streamers are getting taxed. People are getting robbed. People are cheating. No one's cheating on stream just because they can't get away with it.
To touch back on Carl, the last time I saw him was in the kickoff event when he griefed the base and quit halfway through.
Yeah, if you guys want to know something, that interview, like before this Warrior clip, that guy also played in the kickoff event on Sarah Winter's team with Warrior in some scumbag bullshit behavior. He griefed Sarah Winter, incited him, and quit the event. Some fucking bullshit pussy shit. I don't know if any of you guys know about this. I don't know how much people know about it because it was kind of under the cover. I mean, obviously we ungriefed Sarah Winter's base and gave him all his stuff back because that's bullshit. Why the fuck would you do that in a $100,000 prize event? Like inciting someone, like that's I've never seen anyone do that before. I know the reason why. I'm probably not supposed to say it because I just found out today by Sir Winter, unless he wants to DM me right now and say, yes, I'm allowed to say it, but I won't say it. But it's bullshit. Yeah, completely grieved Sarah Winter in a $100,000 tournament. It's probably the reason why Sarah Winter's team motivation just went so low. Everyone's saying spill the tea. It's Sarah Winter's choice. He's in here. He's listening to me and seeing all you guys' messages. You guys can ask him if he wants to, but that's up for him to say. I obviously respect Winter and if he wants the privacy. But he's not here. He's gone. You're trying to convince me. But yeah, no. I mean, regardless, it's cringe behavior to do that, and during $100,000 like event, bro. Like that's, yeah. So that's why. For the YouTube viewers, everyone in the chat saying spill it, spill it, spill. I can't. Say Winter's not DMing me, so I don't get the pass.
Yeah, he was obviously very distressed on the lead up to the event. He said he owed some bad people money. I thought he was joking, but then I said, he owed you money.
My boy's money. Well, yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. But unless you're real people money as well, then that's probably the issue. Yep.
Yeah, I remember making a joke saying, oh, this guy owes the mafia money. He's like, oh, you're not far off it. And I was like, oh. What? He actually sounds like he's being serious, so I kind of just like let it be.
Yeah,
and then, yeah, he was on for that event like for a solid 48 hours or 30 something hours or something like that. And then next minute he just, yeah,
good.
He griefed all the electrics and piping in the base, like undid it all.
I took his gear set off him. I put his gear set in. He was showing off his fancy auto system, so I banged him. I said, oh, that's sick. I put it through the gear set system, so it all dispersed through the base. Next thing I know, he's unplugged everything and he's crying. I'm like, maybe it was just the straw that brought the camel's back, but like, it really joke. Like, just put a new gear set on. Shoot me, it's my gear set, bro. It's a stream. He always takes the time.
After he left, it was very clear that he was having having a mental problem. I just kind of I let him be. You know, it was a bit upsetting, but you know, it's also like I can see he's going through a problem right now. I'm not going to harp on about it or anything.
Alcohol, bro. It's fucking mad stuff. Literally, I can't open the door to that shit. I just got to smoke. But no, yeah, it's like he probably do owe some people money, so hope he's all good. Every time I come on the stream, everyone's spamming me talking about you got to do your
holy
thing,
shit! I gotta show you guys something. This is Sarah Winter's tweet right now. This video, 1 hour and 30 minutes in, already has 30,000 views. That is insane. That's how big this video is. That's insane. I don't think my Global Warfare videos got 30,000 views in the first hour. That's incredible. Holy crap. So this is a really highly sought after video.
One day, you don't even know this, bro. I kept a secret because it was a bit sad. One of his top donators messaged me. He's like, I'm just trying to donate to Carl because you don't stream. I like, oh, shit. So I fired it up that day, and yeah, before I knew it, it just took off. And you know, honestly, on one's life, bro, the Warrior brand is clean for that reason. That's why there's no game ban on that account. But if I release all the stuff, they probably will, retroactive game ban. So it's fully clean, no bots, nothing. It was designed for that purpose.
How do you feel the community will react to, let's say, confession? Like, I don't know, clearing the closet. How do you think they'll react?
Big laugh. Come on. I think they'll take it pretty bad because they're weird, bro. Like, look at the Play Rust subreddit. They get
don't even get me started.
To them every need, and they still have a problem.
I fucking hate that Play Rust subreddit. Those guys are a bunch of bitches. They're a bunch of bitches too. God, that fucking subreddit pisses me the fuck off.
So it's like you'll never.
They're all so fucking stupid. They'll bitch and complain about anything.
Everyone.
There's some cool guys in there though. Okay, there are some cool normal guys, but we all know Redditors. Everyone knows what a Redditor, a common one, looks like.
Land with one disgruntled young man who thinks he's a dead end and he can't switch from cheating, go legit or whatever. You know, it's a grander issue that the reality is your situation is never rigid. It's you can morph it, you can sculpt it, bro. So you might be cheating today, but within a few years you might be the biggest Rust streamer ever. But I did not think I could come out and give that message to the people because these Reddit frogs are going to be like, yeah, we don't think he's been cheating, he's been doing this and that. Retroactively game ban him, and if enough motion got behind that, well, with Alistair stepping down now, who's in charge, they probably will just game ban him. So it's like, that's fine, but technically you came ban an innocent individual who's just trying to help people. It don't really make any sense. It's not to flex the bad stuff we did. It's more so that the system, once you've made a few mistakes, will try and keep you making mistakes, but you don't have to. You can literally just buy a new PC, make a new name, and as long as and you can go be the biggest streamer. But you shouldn't be able to. You can get released for having possession of a zombie knife at the back of the last year and just sort it out. You can just fix your situation. Because I do coaching. I need a bit of cash, so I'll start some coaching out. Tons of people pay me for coaching, and it's like, I'm trying to tell this guy, jump out of bed, bro, do something good today. And he's like, oh, I'm having a shit day. It's like, me too, bro. We'll get the fuck out of bed. Just lock in, do something. So that's the message. It's not about flexing the stuff we did, allegedly. It's just, Rory was legit. You can be whatever, don't go work in a normal job. Do whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. I've lost a lot of friends to this. Some actually have died, some are in jail, some have got more money than they ever need, and they disappear into the sunset, but everyone gets that different path. But it's really cool and unique, but I'd still be trapped working a shitty dead-end job if I never take the risk. So just take the risk. You did probably, right? You took the risk to start your channel. Bro, who was around back? Let's speak. There were Audacious was around.
Oh my god, I remember Audacious.
So you might know, but I always told the story of Rhino Crunch was he's the reason that we're not allowed admin rights on only Face Punch restrict their admin rights, because I was always trying to push to get admin rights on vanilla service so I can do nefarious things. I probably could have got them if Rhino Crunch didn't spawn in 1000 C4 and then die to the guy with 1000 C4, bro. And now he's just giving.
So he's talking about this old YouTuber, probably 10+ years ago. Sarah Winter made a separate documentary about this that Face Punch gave admin to on all servers. There's a role where you can have admin on any server you join, and they gave it to this Rust content creator just so he can make content and stuff, and he abused it. What Sarah Winter saying, or what Warrior's saying, is he spawned 1000 C4 and then that privilege got removed, of course. But now he's saying that's the reason why a lot of people don't have that, because if you didn't do that, there might be a lot of YouTubers who might have admin on every server. I don't know. Oh my god, we still have over an hour left, guys. Holy shit.
They do this. This can't happen. I believe. Well, this is what I mean. This is what I got told 7 years ago. It might be bollocks, but I believe it is true. Yeah, they give him admin to deal with these nefarious snipers. The game's only got 5,000-6,000 concurrent players, whatever it is. All of a sudden, he's like, yeah, we'll just. These guys are a problem. We'll spawn it in. We'll go raid up, get rid of them. He's fucked the raid up, and now given these guys more artillery than was even conceivable, they spawned in, and now no one can have that feature.
Yeah, so I was there was a Slack group formed around that time with the top tier content creators and Face Punch, and I remember going in there and just straight away getting stuck into Rhino Crunch. This is before he'd done anything wrong. The reason he had that stripped from him is because he was banning apparent stream snipers.
Yeah, he's just fucking wild with it.
Yeah, and then Gary came in and stripped it from him because it was Holmesy who was advocating for him to have it. And then, Gary removed it, and no one else was allowed to have it, which I find, perfectly fine.
Yeah, that is fine. The system now is good. You give the fucking thing, the guy's cheating, he's gone. It's so simple.
You mentioned to me, you had many different names other than Warrior. Is Warrior the last name you had, or does it go on?
Yeah, Warrior's my Warrior was the last one, right? Because I made Warrior and then go legit. So, but I was always changing it before that. I just got stuck with Warrior because some guy called me an Aimcon Warrior, and I was like, all right, sure. I just called myself Aimcon Warrior, and the Warrior bit stuck. I just made a video one day and Blueprint comment on it, because I swear, because he commented on it, it got 50k views. I'd been making recollections of every wipe just so that I had the memories to look back on. Now, those recollections, I just put them on as public, right? And then they started getting views, and that's what kind of took the channel off in that direction, where I forgot I forgot what we were talking about.
Multiple different names, and was Warrior your last one?
Oh,
yeah.
So yeah, before that, it was just nonsense stuff. One of them was Team Skeng, TEAMSKENG, and that was because of Noxy Hex. He was called Team Noxy, so I was Team Skeng, there was Team Noxy. Yeah, and then before that, it'd just be just nonsense, cheating names, just stuff. They had no substance to them. They were forgotten in 2 seconds, just numbers, strings and stuff, cringe stuff. But yeah, I have many names before that. The most common one was Poop, I suppose. I just couldn't think of anything to name it, so I got a Poop, because there's probably still videos that have my voice in. Some guy keying me with a fucking SAR naked, and I just snap on his head and put 20 bullets in his head. But because I've got the fast projectile on too fast, the bullets have hit the guy's head before the server can pick it up, so it's glitching out. So I'm not doing any damage. I'm getting all invalids. I'm just like tweaking the fuck out. Like, how has this guy just killed me, bro? Like, I've got 20 bullets in his head, and none of them are counting. So that's just a little. That somehow get leaked. I don't even know how. That got leaked in 2019 EU Rust clans because we stream sniped to legend like Pete95.
Pete95, did you say?
Yeah, he was on Happy's on the same server, and it's like we just rock up and fuck his shit up, and then I make like a meme mocking him because he have a Discord with 10,000 people in or whatever. For
Yeah,
all
the yapping is getting crazy.
Rust players, so it's like, okay, if I go down punching upwards there, I just always punch upwards, bro. Same with Coco, same with I never push downwards. So I just go straight for P95's neck. He makes a reaction video. That is what got those videos leaked. But he's also what started my channel because I do hanging cam and stuff. Some guy, I have a real job, bro, while this is going on, and some guy hack my fucking work and get my national insurance number. It's a real deal crime, by the way. And we basically just agree that, right, it's getting a bit serious now. I only called you a no word. So if I was you, I'd leave it. And yeah, this guy worked for the company that manage all the companies I work for. He just win a system full of fucking national insurance number. Give it to me on a piece of paper. Say, this is you. I'm thinking, oh man, I ain't got no job now. Fuck. So imagine that, bro. That was well stressful.
What did he ever do with the information?
Nothing, because he was fucking stolen information, right? So it's like, oh, it's all well and good. He can go and he can show anyone whatever, but it's like, you stole that information too, bro. You're getting fired as well. Like, you got a hell of a lot better job than me.
If you guys don't know what he's saying, he's basically saying that someone pulled his like insurance name or number and like pretty much doxed him. I know there's a lot of doxing in Rust. Like a lot of people who play on servers, you know, they say some words to each other. Like, people take Rust very personally, and if you piss off the wrong person, they will go after you. It's crazy because you don't know what kind of information someone has. You could be playing, like a government official could be playing fucking Rust, and if you call him an N-word, he can pull up any information he wants, and then you're fucked. So that's basically what happened to this guy. Some guy of power got his information. That's insane. Yeah, I've had servers before, and I've seen players get doxxed because I mean, a lot of these guys just leave personal information attached to their accounts and stuff too. So it's like, gotta be careful, man. Rust does have psychopaths.
So you don't do it. But it was just because I was a kid, I called the same fucking word that trigger everyone, right? That's why they use that word. Like, you know, it's not the intention behind the word. You call someone no word, they start tweaking out, and you start laughing at them.
I still remember when I reacted in a comment to, I don't know, you said, I can't even remember what it was, but it was dumb. It was just so dumb, it didn't even need me to react to it. But of course, like the ego back then I got Discord rated by you guys. Like there was a decent amount of you, and you were all just like, "So winter is a stupid N-word," and all of this, and I was just like, "Oh shit!" And I think we just blocked you, and that was, I think, the last I really ever heard of it.
Because that system is literally like, people are all going about, I'm getting bullied online and stuff. You have block them much. The system works good. Like, they have to go make a new IP address and everything. It's like, you are going to outscale them faster than they can keep creating accounts. That's what the system works. Yeah, you did the right thing. You just blocked it and it went away. You didn't add fuel to the fire. It's like, the Crone adds fuel to the fire. Adds fuel to the fire. Temple Taps adds fuel to the fire because they are profiteering downstream.
Who did he redact?
Multiple groups going back that then come together.
Why are there so many?
Whatever, I guess, was AirPods click, bro, because they want me to run it. I'm like, I am not involved in this, bro. Like,
Sarah Winter knows so much juice. He could get some serious people in trouble.
Why would I ever jeopardize a channel making loads of money to wind with Corona? It's like, this is such a backhanded thing, but they really will do this. They'll throw everything away just to wind the Corona up and stuff. The GTA RP guys are just as bad. They'll put windows through for a bit of money and all sorts. Like, I just stick to myself for that reason. They're horrible.
This is a perfect kind of segue into the next question. You've said there was basically an underground world operating behind Rust that most players and creators don't even know exists. What was that world?
Yeah, well, here's one for you then. There's a way to like validate this. I wonder if the website still exists. If you have your browser there, you can type it in. It's called...
God damn it, Winter. Now you're pissing me off. What the hell? You're dropping all the juice and you're just blocking it out and just edging us. What the fuck? What is this underground world that everyone doesn't know about?
I wonder if it was called something like this. Does that even bring a result up? I don't even know, Tricky C. But like, this is where we used to get all the accounts from. It was before Hell and Wong days or whatever.
Social engineering forum?
I guess they've renamed it. It was where you used to buy Rust accounts, but yeah, social engineering forum, I guess, would be the logical step for it to turn into. Yeah,
Looks
so
like
that
it
was
didn't
it.
rush it.
That was the, yeah, and that was the OG place back with. Wasn't the resources there was now. There wasn't the cheats now. There's so much more information and stuff now. It's really easy. But yeah, there is a whole underworld because I used to release these videos, right? And then in my friends list, you'd see a guy called Vendor, you'd see a guy called SNN, you'd see a guy called Akkus, you'd see a guy called Green Tea, you'd see a guy called Dankist, you'd maybe see a guy called Sammy, you might see Russ Flame, you might see Pixar, you might see Ivor. The point is, these are all like, oh, they were, well, half of them make the cheats and half of them use the cheats. It's like, so yeah, there is a whole underworld. But if I have all these friends, imagine, well, I've met many other people that also have the equivalent, and then it's like, hang on, this guy's got an army, this guy's got an army. They're just warring with each other for kind of online clout. It's kind of really weird to see. And then an innocent person like the Crow think he could have jumped in on it. I was never able to stream the game in peace, and they just harassing him like to an inch of his life, and then he actually becomes real target harassment. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, I've seen it go pretty far many times.
It just never ends.
I think it's time I finally introduce
here we go.
or as he's known in our world, the raid boss.
If you guys don't know Lucrone, he's a fellow streamer. And all I know is that Warrior and Lucrone have had beef. And this goes way far back. I remember my admin, Gloomin. I think he's in this stream. I saw him earlier. Gloomin, are you here? I remember being told about this drama so far back that Lucrone and Warrior hated each other. So this could be some good juice.
Is a streamer within the Rust scene who, to this day, faces relentless stream sniping from cheaters, non-cheaters, some other content creators. I mean, the guy's just been put through the ringer over the years. I know a lot of people don't particularly like him, but he's never been anything but a friendly guy to me in the few instances our paths have crossed over the past 10 years or so. But I did decide to reach out to him and ask if he'd be interested to talk about it all, and he actually said yes.
Let's go!
I'm Lucrone, I stream Rust.
The raid boss. I don't know why, like, he gets so much hate. Like, people just like to bully this guy. Lucrone has been nothing but nice to me too, Winter. Like, he just wants to be a part of events and be a part of the community, but because, like, all these assholes just make him feel like he's on the outs. It's just sad.
People call me the raid boss.
He's cool. Lucrone's cool.
I'm not very good at raids though, so at least not anymore, but I've been streaming Rust since 2017. I don't know really what else to say, honestly.
Whoa. YouTube. Winter says Lucrone is getting his own doc made for him. Interesting guy. Interesting. If he's getting his own documentary, there must be something good.
So you're the victim of streamer harassment from organized groups. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
Are you talking about specifically like Warriors group?
We can generalize to begin with.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people are. There's a few main groups that used to stream snipe me a lot. They don't really do it anymore. I think they've kind of grown out of it, but some of them are like Navy Blue and Wild Mike and the IB clan. They pretty much had like a stream sniper Discord where they would collect all of the streamers Steam IDs and have them in like a specific channel.
Yep.
And I have screenshots somewhere. I don't remember where they are, but I remember seeing specifically like all of like, it was like me and like a bunch of like maybe top 20 Rust streamers, and it was all our Steam IDs, all our battle metrics, what servers we played on, and people would have like a channel for each streamer, and they would click on it and it would have all this information on who's going to be sniping them and when they're going to be sniping. They would post clips and all that stuff, and that was mainly, I think it was Navy Blue, Wild
Jesus
Mike,
Christ, bro, that's crazy.
And the IB clan who did that.
That's crazy
I can't
behavior.
Think of off the top of my head, any like major stream sniping groups. I think that's the big one that has been targeting like streamers mainly. Other than like other, I wouldn't call them stream sniper groups. I mean, you have Warriors group who did that to me and a couple other streamers for a while, and then there's a few other streamers who've been involved in stuff like that, but that's pretty much it.
Are you able to tell me a little bit about?
I know a lot of streamers who have not been mentioned in this who have also done the same thing. I've heard lots of stories.
Warriors group or Warrior by himself specifically stream sniping you and the harassment and stuff that followed?
Yeah, so it was a long time ago,
I
so I
won't
don't remember
snitch.
like all the details, but it was
I'm
pretty
not
much
snitching.
Warrior. He had
That
a
will get me in trouble. I'm not the documentary guy. I'm not the documentary
teammate
guy.
named Selena, and he had a teammate named Oxing. It was them three that would show up all the time on servers that I would play on. A lot of times it was just his two teammates, Selena and Oxing, who would show up on the same servers as me, and I would catch them in the viewer list. I would catch them sniping. Every time I would see that Warrior has been in my stream recently, but a lot of times he isn't the one that's actually doing it. It's his teammates. And then I found out that, he would just sit there and watch them do that, and, he didn't really care about it. But that was like, I can't even remember how many years ago that was. But it was mainly his teammates that were involved, and then come to find out, his teammate Selena was game banned. I don't know, I guess she was cheating or whatever, but yeah, it was just mainly them three. I think Warriors sniped me a handful of times, but it's mainly him advocating for his teammates to go out and do that, and then he would just sit there and kind of laugh at it or watch it, and you would just see him in my viewer list. He didn't really give a shit, but that's pretty much it when it comes to him.
Selena, he talked about this Selena person, and
Yep.
apparently, he said, some of these
I like the
streamers,
music,
like
Winter.
Slethion, for example, might want to check who they're associating with, because we've had people in their backlines for years now, and Selena was one of the people, I believe he mentioned.
That was playing with Slethion?
Not playing with him, but like, I think a moderator, maybe in the Discord or a moderator.
I never knew about that. The only information that I have on Selena is everybody thought that Selena and Warrior were dating back in the day. That was always his teammate. Like it was Oxing, Selena, and Warrior, and they were like the dynamic, instead of duo, a trio. It was just them. And then I found out recently that she ended up getting game banned. I don't know if she was cheating the whole time or what, but it's pretty much stuff like that. But I don't know too much more about her. Were you ever around during the Wild Mike days?
I keep hearing about this guy. I don't know who he is though, but I keep hearing about Wild Mike.
Wild Mike, he used to join clans randomly and play with them for the day, and then he would record himself inciting them and their reactions and then post it on YouTube. So he would do that, and then he would go stream snipe streamers.
So you mentioned that you have thousands and thousands of screenshots of people harassing you and stream sniping you, and mentioned like creators are as well. How do you think you're perceived amongst the Rust community?
That's an interesting question, because I feel like back then I used to complain about stream sniping a lot, and there was always a lot of it goes back to like Navy Blue and IB and all of them. They used to post videos and clips of me crying and stream snipe, or complaining about getting stream sniped and all this stuff, and I feel like that type of I guess publicity spread to other streamers, and I don't know if it gave people bad juju or what, but I feel like a lot of people have this just weird vibe about me that just people don't want to mess with me. I mean, there's a lot of streamers that I've had beef with, but I don't know why I have beef with them. They just, for some reason, they don't like me, and I don't know if it's just my personality. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. There's just a lot of streamers. I mean, I could go through them. Like, me and Coco have had beef. And
damn.
One day we're cool, one day we're not. There isn't really like a whole lot that goes on. Like, I've never like done anything specifically to any streamer that should make a streamer dislike me so much. But I just feel like
you guys feel bad
back
for him?
in the day complaining so much about
I feel
stream
bad for
snipers,
him.
and then these videos that these stream
listen, I don't know him that well, but like, I don't think he's done anything terrible to these people.
snipers
He's
post
always
on
been nice to
YouTube.
me.
And the first interaction that a streamer sees is those videos of me. It just rubs them the wrong way entirely. And I think it's just gone widespread over the years. And it's just like, I'm like the black cat.
This is crazy. This is crazy right here. Pineapple says, I don't know, dude. He's like a free lick. Dude, dude, you can't just call another man free like that, bro. That's crazy. Pineapple.
Essentially, like,
Such
I've
a
never
dickhead,
done
man.
anything in specific for people to hate me. It's just like, oh, this Luke Ron guy, he complains, or I don't know. But I wish people would, take more time to get to know me and actually see that I'm not
Yeah.
as bad as it seems.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like my name has been tainted for whatever reason. It's nothing in specific, but yeah.
It's very interesting you say that, because I feel like me as a person, I'm in a perfect position to tell you how I feel about you, because I don't honestly really know you well. I know of you. I've had maybe a couple of conversations over the years with you here and there, just brief ones and whatnot.
Yeah.
I've seen stuff about you and heard stuff about you. My perception is like, I've never had beef with you. Also, at the same time, you sound like someone that I probably shouldn't collab with or anything like that while, while I was making Rust content. But personally, I've never had like any beef with you or anything. You've been nothing but nice to me. And I feel like I've been respectful.
Dude, the Rust community, I'm gonna be honest. Listen, guys, speaking from my personal experience, dude, there's so much bullshit that gets spread in this community. When someone makes up something, it goes to this person, and this person's friends with the creator, so that'll go to the creator, and that creator will tell it to another creator, and dude, so much bullshit gets spread amongst this community. And it's not just the creators doing it and the creators' friends, it's also the viewers. The reason why I said I hate that fucking Rust Reddit is because these guys there's a rumor about me thinking that I fucking steal charity money from global warfare events, even though it's publicly donated. Like, God, dude, the stupidest shit gets spread all the time, and then people just hold these narratives, and it actually does taint people. Like, the Rust community is full of drama, bro. It's ridiculous, bro.
To you, it's just yeah.
I'm not a furry. Okay, that one is. I haven't heard of that rumor. Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea how to fix that either. It's just like anytime, like even if I have like a disagreement with one big streamer, then he's friends with a bunch of different streamers, and he's gonna say something about that, and then all of a sudden all these guys don't like me for whatever reason. And I've tried to go to like individual streamers and try and like clear up beef and stuff, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, for some reason, something about me, just nobody wants to mess with. And I wish things could change. I mean, maybe they'll gradually do it over time, but I think there's just so much. Honestly, I think a lot of it is that I don't collab with a lot of people, so nobody actually gets time to know who I am. All they see is clips of me complaining, or because drama sells, so you're not going to see the good stuff. You're just going to see me yelling or screaming, or me seem like this bad guy. But I don't know. It's weird though, because it's like there's only like a few streamers that I know for sure I have beef with for a reason. Like, for example, like Life Stomper, he doesn't like me because I think in like 2023 I yelled at a teammate, and it rubbed him the wrong way. He thought I was like bullying him. So then I went to Life Stomper and like, oh, I'm sorry, like I apologize to this teammate, I didn't mean to like seem like that. And then he's like, yeah, I mean, we're cool, it's all good. And then ever since that though, Life Stomper like openly dislikes me.
Damn.
It's been like 3 years, and it's just, there's no like letting that go. So I mean, that is a specific instance where I actually did something, not directly to him, but for some reason he's holding on to that. But like Oil Rats, for example, I don't think he likes me. I've never even talked to him before, so it's like,
Oil Rats, precious Oil Rats.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing about Selena. She would always sit in my stream, like no matter what. Like she was there pretty much the entire time that they would snipe. They wouldn't like leave the viewer list. She would just sit there. It was the strangest thing. I just never understood it.
This is still the Warrior video, Terry. Yes.
Haters.
Yes.
We got.
Oh man, these guys are dedicated, but it goes beyond that. We're talking like death threats, doxing,
shit. Okay,
all
that's
kinds
crazy.
of stuff.
You've been doxed?
Yeah. I had somebody find my dad's phone number and call him. I don't know how that happened, but there's just some people. I mean,
some people are just crazy, bro.
Some people are just demented. It's just gonna happen. There's out of however many people are in Rust, some people are gonna actually be like full on psychotic.
With this website and stuff, and the crew of people, and you said like half of them are like using the cheats, half of them are making them. Were these just like normal people, not content creators or anything like that?
Yeah, these were just guys that, like, over the years I'd played like the odd wipe with, or I'd bumped into, or they knew the friend of a friend. Like, and over in, yeah, we make this group. We call it like, well, it was an acronym for CC's name, right? Like Core Record. Like, it was just a Discord, essentially, community before I have to move to Telegram because they always get banned and stuff. Of like 10 of us who, yeah, like one guy will make this. None of those guys, they're all character references. They're long and gone, but like, yeah, just essentially the equivalent of those who just stick around. And when the stream ends, we all jump in cord, smoke a joint, get some pizza, gamble like fuck. And then someone gonna just fucking go, oh shit, LeCron's live, and watch this. 100 headshots come through, then everyone laugh, screen record it, and go about their day. And then on to the next one, and then on to the next one.
Bro, he's just saying so casually how they would just stream snipe LaCroix and laugh about it and move on with their day. Like, that's fucking crazy, man. Oh my god.
For example, right? If any of this is cap, if this plays out and is true, you can pull this out and maybe it happens in real time. Slethion needs to very urgently audit his members. Like, we've had moderator in this guy's channel for 5 years, bro. You can all you, like, they could have banned all your viewers, whatever. Somehow, I'm pretty sure Selena still has that back door. So you need to be careful. I don't know. We never do anything with it. I like, you never do anything with it. It's not my stuff. But like, for some reason, he just, because she's a girl, he give up.
Derpy in the chat says he's so happy about it. He is. He did see that he had a big smile on his face.
Full mod to his channel. It's like, can do whatever then. Update title. Like, see, they could put racist shit. They could do whatever. And he's had that mole in the back of his channel for years. Just sat there. He'd never have to get active because he never run his mouth.
Her name was Selena?
Yeah, Selena. She's been with me for years, bro. The only reason I play with this one is because I quickly realised the most backdooring, conniving, snaking individual you ever met in your life. And it's like, yeah, when I need to promote gambling or a casino, I will just load her account up with 20 quid. She's going to sit in general, pinging at everyone. When she's burning that money through, the next guy want to impress her. Yeah, man, you go load that account up. Yeah, go through this link. Nice, the cookie's just linked it to my code. Cheers, bro.
Oh.
I make one casino 7 million.
Whoa.
Wow.
And he tries to make me.
Wait, he's just saying that he used this girl to ping people in his Discord about like gambling sites, and like low-key they're gooner baiting people in his Discord because they see this girl and they want to impress her or whatever, and she sends him Warriors gambling links so they use his code, and when they gamble, they're gambling on his code and he's making money. Okay, that's some fucking crazy shit. Honestly, fucking fair game. That is fucking genius. To gooner bait people into gambling and using this girl. He's probably giving her some money on the side too to help. But like, that's crazy. If that's like, I think that's what he's saying here. Oh my god.
Heck me, bro. We have a big fallout allegedly. Some people got robbed and stuff. And that's what I'm saying is like, these are lumps of money. Like, that people get, you know, 6 figures. People get a lot less money in the real world. So it's like, it's been so many years now. But like, yeah, allegedly, like, when people think like I just jump into bed with these casinos, not knowing what I'm getting into, it's like, no, bro, they know what they're getting into. The reason they use a currency, the reason they don't have USD, you know, you put your skins in the site, you don't get USD. They cannot give you USD. This is illegal. They can give you a currency that is valued as ever so 1% under USD and matches USD perfectly. That has a stupid little fucking Rust logo in the coin. And now we didn't give you currency. They gave you on-site balance. So it's not a casino. It's like, what the fuck? But you tick that box so you're 18. So I basically, they think I robbed them. On the way out, I just basically take all of that, as much as I can get out of all of them.
I mean, that's a very common practice with all, not even shady companies, but shady stuff they do. Like stuff that would be considered shady, such as Blizzard with the Overwatch coins, whatever they're called. It's a way to get people to spend more money and also get around laws.
Imagine when he jump on the loot box, bro. He start opening the loot boxes. He start opening the Pokemon cards when he's 9 years old, bro. He's hunting, he's chasing the highs. Before he knows it, bro, he's opened enough loot boxes, enough fucking Pokemon packs, enough little brain-destroying dopamine receptive things that just release a little bit of dopamine like that he gets to 18, bro. He's loading up the real casinos.
Yeah, I agree. I think one of the beautiful things about basically growing up on the internet is we are the first wave of like adults that can like that knows what goes on and will be more protective of our kids and stuff.
And my niece says you get on Roblox. I'm like, no, you know.
I said that last night about mine.
I gotta point this funny comment out. You did a horrible job putting up those noise cancellation pads. Holy shit. That's fucking hilarious. There are a lot of cracks in between those. Is it pissing you off, Call me Bart? Is it pissing you off?
Nice.
Now it's gonna piss me off, Bart. Why'd you say that?
No, she can play Roblox or something. I was like, no, it's a pedophile ring. No.
Grown men, I never played Roblox in my life. I don't need to jump on Discord and see Roblox. It's like, what are we doing wrong Roblox, bro? It's 11. You're 20.
Yeah, I
Don't
know.
make sense to me.
It's an odd thing. It's, you know, it's like going to a children's birthday party or something as an adult.
And there's fun games, sure, but it's not your party.
Yeah, exactly.
Whacking the pinata at the kids' party, pushing the kids out of the way. So it's the same thing. It's weird, but it's always bothered me that when a guy say you play Roblox, I'm thinking, oh god, he's either a cheater or he's honest. Like, that's another thing over the years. Guys would disappear. That loads of them. Like, where'd that guy go? Oh, he was doing this weird thing. Thinking, what? All the time. To the point where it's like, you actually don't know any of these guys. You just know their Discord persona. Just like, you know, Warriors, just because I punched the chair up or whatever and stuff, it's like, can just do that on the fly if I need to. I won't actually almost stem.
In our conversations on the lead up to this, it was kind of like an erratic, all over the place conversation. You said you have ADHD. I do too, so I know what you're talking about. At one point, you said you guys basically ran the game from behind. What did you mean by that?
So it's like the reason that when you put streamer mode on, they have to put a picture there is because Lacron has looked at that many cocks that are on the top. It's like, you know, the reason that the looting macro is in there is because we have it on the mouse to spam right click. Years before, we could do a whole invent of rockets in like 2 seconds, and some guys see this, release it. Looting gets added, alt looking down, head up. I literally tell Alistair, you need to fix this. I showed him the whole breakdown. It's like, you cannot defeat me if I can just hold the angle until you are quite literally at the perfect distance every time to just flick up a triple you from an invisible position. How is that fair? It's like cheating. I'm looking at you through the wall, holding the angle. That is ESP, extrasensory perception. That's what the cheat is. So I get alt looking up fixed. Hollow becoming tier 2. I wish I'd never done it. Ruin the game. I tell him, bring Hollow tier 2. We don't need to be tier 3. It's going to be so much more fun. It kind of just turned it turned Tommy into an AK. That's what it do. That's why I told him to do it, and he do it. So the reality is, yeah, actually, hang on. Is it fucking their game or mine? Because all these little changes over the years, we've either influenced or directly had added through our exploits. For example, the Steam array, I somehow managed to spam that many emojis that I think it was 32, like there's only 32 bits of information that a name could hold or something, and like the emoji count for an extra value. So when a person aimed at me in the game and it rendered my name, even through a scope of distance, the game was closed because the array was a value of 33.
If you guys don't know, if you guys can't tell through the yapping way he's talking about all the things that he submitted as game bugs to the devs that have been fixed. So he got alt looking up, or like while you're looking down and you can't alt look up anymore. He got the tier 2, like the scope into tier 2,
and it's a fatal exception. The game closes, just shuts, because I just spammed emojis to cap an obscure name. Every time I'm walking out the front door, the DB kid is. His game's closing before he shoot me. And Carl can tell the devs about this. I would add that forever. The only way to get around it was you have to play in streamer mode so that you're not rendering the 33 character name. I would be able to use
that. Is a crazy bug.
Just airway your PC, that's awesome. Like I've got all the videos from Junkyard and stuff. I could get like.
Okay. I see it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, he's under Junkyard right now. Oh my god, so he glitched through Junkyard.
That one got leaked, so I just go under the map with a silenced gun and then just go AFK and play my phone, and then anyone that walk past, you just kill them with a silencer. I'm under the floor, Carl loops them up, chops the body up, there's nothing there. Allegedly all my friends are just taxing people and doing all the maddest stuff. But Some of them even trick me, like Gluten. I bring him to the events and he was scripting all the events. I don't need to bring a cheater. You know, the whole Warrior brand is for legit. I don't. But he, in his head, to keep up with us, think he need to have cheats. So he cheat. So he's tripling people, calling 2 body shots, talking about what the fuck he's died in. He's 50 HP, the retard. No, he put 3 in the guy's head, bro. But because it's some random Russian Slavic guy, he's never going to clip it. He's never going to see it. And he literally fooled us for years. And that was the reason he got cut from the group, essentially, because it's like, that's psychopathic behavior, essentially. Like, he's managed to hide that so well that, like, it's a good trait to have. Well, it's just not for the underling, essentially. So he got cut quick, bro. Like, Carl said, don't talk to me anymore. We never speak to him. Carl was like the right hand man.
And what was his name?
Gluten guy. I play with him every day for years, Gluten. We are like best of friends IRL. We meet. We play UK in 6-7 hours a day. That's why I'm thinking this guy is legit. But he meet these other cliques, these AirPods equivalents, these guys that sit on Restoria US main, like these guys who play NA main, these freak weirdos. These, like, you know, they're like, I don't want to say any names. It's Ferb and Chase, bro. They're fully innocent guys. Ferb, Chase, and Snowmers are fully innocent guys. But it's like, I bet they have a whole lot of friends that they've met over the years from playing these main servers and just hanging around with degenerate individuals like I did. That, yeah, it literally all stems from NA. As soon as these people start associating with the NA kids, they want to be cool. They're going to literally, they're just cheating, like, yeah.
I mean, yeah, he makes a point. Like, you can meet so many people and you don't know when someone is going to flip the switch and cheat. Anyone could be cheating. I'm sure, have you guys had friends that have cheated before? Like, it's the scary part. Like, you don't know who the hell you're associating with. Like, all these people at the end of the day are just online people, and any one of them can decide to just fucking leave and say, fuck this, I'm out. But it doesn't make you guilty. It doesn't make you, like, because you didn't know they were going to do that. So I'd cheat right now. No, you don't, Pineapple. Stop baiting. Stop baiting. We all know you don't cheat, bro. Yeah. So interesting.
And it's like,
let's like a little under 40 or so minutes.
No, he's been away.
Like 38 minutes.
No, he's gone.
We're almost done,
Just to
chat.
clarify on that, for Chase and Snowmers are all legit players.
Well, legit, but they're the most called out players you would think. Chase is banned on Restoria. They call him DMA20. It's like, bro, he's got into the fucking private code through manual review. Facebook, you don't think one guy at Facebook just sat down and seen 2,000 comments calling Chase out for cheating before he got added into the private Discord and maybe watched a little bit of his footage and gave it the all clear? How these people can convince themselves that the people on the TV and stuff are cheating in front of them is insane. Like, one fuck up, you know.
Dang, Chase is banned on Restoria? That's interesting. I've heard a lot of servers like ban creators for weird reasons, but I guess we'll never know the full story. These server owners aren't going to tell them why they're banned.
So they hit one shot too wrong. You say that guy's going around the corners too wrong. It lags and shows on the stream like that Clara situation. It's never good unless there's new technology within the last 5 years where I've kind of been like offered like this DMA stuff where apparently you can just have 2 PCs set up and it does fully work, I believe. But people still get banned and stuff. So I don't know.
You kept on saying that they were trying to get you to run the operations or whatever.
Yeah, so like Wild Mike, like the equivalent of like but like there was like, so we have a very strict regimen. If I would all do games, if I were around, they do what I say. If it's too much, they're going to back off. And it's simple. But when Wild Mike coming around talking about, integrate us in, let us work in with you, you know, you can be this kind of like face for like harassing Lacroix. I'm like, what? Like, well, I make TikToks to harass these guys as a joke so that they make them back so that we get mutual benefit. There's no real beef here. These guys hate this guy's guts. They don't know him. He's parasocial. It's insane. So yeah, Wild Mike, he was like the little general for these other little underlings, like characters over the years, like I guess Grey Rags and stuff. What's the other one? Starkey. I mean, they're all funny guys, bro. Like, they all make me laugh because they just take the piss out of Lacroix and stuff. But yeah, they come to me like, we see what you're doing, allegedly, or whatever. They're watching stuff through screen share that happens to be going on in a Discord, apparently, is what I was doing. So nothing. but they decide, can you try lead us and kind of refine us into a better weapon to hurt the Crow and more? And I said, no, bro, like, if I don't reply, I just ignore it fully. I don't even give it any chance to manifest. But yeah, so they probably latched onto AirPods, right? Because I get invited to a Discord, I join it, and the first thing they tell me is, oh, by the way, being in this Discord is a game bannable offense. So I leave it straight away because they say, oh, yeah, AirPods Discord or whatever. It's this Discord AirPods got game banned for. I'm thinking, fucking hell. I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing in here for a sec, bro? Like, it's fucking what? And you love me too. And then I'm talking, why did you bring me in here? But yeah, so they probably latched onto AirPods over me.
Sir Winter, are you here? I have a question for you. I have a genuine question for you. Are you here, Sir Winter? I need to ask, like, the process of recording this. I'm just curious about something. I don't know if he's here or not. If he's here and he pops in, I just gotta know, like, how do you process all this live? Because Sarah Winter does not have subtitles, so like just to hear like the rants and going on and on and on. I'm just curious, like, what Sarah Winter's thinking.
Would you consider what Tacular did ESP?
Oh, that's a juicy question. Hold on.
What the fuck? Yes, he's cheating, bro. You can see. I literally wait for nighttime. I have one gun. I have one P2, one MP5. Don't even want to play the game. Don't want to be on the game. I just need to play for like 6 hours.
So you think Tacular was cheating?
I got one gun I need to multiply. I'm taking it out at nighttime. I'm pressing Alt ahead. I'm changing to fucking filter 3. And yes, it's perfect daytime. That's what they're doing. I stopped this in 2021. His retort was, God forbid a player needs to cheat to win. What the fuck? Well, essentially, that's what he told him, right? In that call, he said, what?
Guys, Warrior's saying Tacular was cheating with the reshade. Do you guys think he was cheating? Yes or no in chat? Yes? You think it was? Because a lot of people do defend him. It's like Temple Taps. It's 50-50. Exploit for sure. Poll, it's in everyone who disagrees. True. Can we get a poll? Cheese, can you put a poll? I don't know how to do them. Or any of the mods. Exploiting. Yes. An exploit. Cheating. Was he for sure doing it? Oh yeah, he was for sure doing it, Kimberly. 100% proved. He was like doing it on stream too and everything. Yeah, Pineapple, you ain't getting mod. Shut the hell up, buddy. Yeah, you're the last person I'm giving mod to.
God forbid a player needs a little bit. He was like, God forbid I want to see my opponents or something, was what he said. It's essential.
Rufos, the question was Tacular, but is Tacular reshade count as cheating? Yes or no?
God forbid I want to cheat. Just saying yes, son. And do it in secret. Why does he need to give the ego fee? He's not even on stage. He's not even on gear. So why is he getting, like, what? They triggered his ego, I guess. And he paid the price for it.
Damn.
He could have spun it into the best thing ever. He's lucky he even got his account back. And I said the first day he'll get back. They won't permanently. But he got back.
He is permabanned. He didn't get his account back. He had to make a new one.
That's his slap on the wrist. AI's fucking everything on. And AI cheats. Couldn't believe it when people started telling me they'd combined AI and cheats. It's like, yeah, that's insane. Because a cheat already is AI, right? It's using a computer to aim for you. So now imagine they're using like an AI that can see images and stuff.
Well, that is a thing that is happening currently.
I just don't see
or it's the monitors.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like we never have that back in the day.
It's just an AI monitor. It'll literally spot someone off in the distance and put a little box around them, and it'll predict where they're moving to and stuff. So if you see someone go into a bush and they don't come out the other side, it'll just have a box in the bush. It's kind of like worrying how far this is going to go.
And it becomes the guy who has the most money wins.
If the YouTube wants to see the vote right now, it's 11 yeses to 0 no's. That's crazy.
Russian kid with a bomb kicking off and 20 FPS. You just want to have a bit of fun. Nice, bro. You got a box for around in a bush. That's not fun. It's just like, wait, we get on for fun no more. I thought video games was a fun pastime. I'm going on to assimilate my enemies.
You said it at the start. Tech. When there's serious money involved, that shit goes out the window.
As soon as I seen 50k in a month coming in, or I think most of 160k now in a week, like it's like, yeah, well, that's like what's the point of getting a rewards? But it ruined your perception of life, money, value of people. Some guy with a problem, it's like, well, what's £10,000 get you for that problem? There you quite a lot. Fuck off. It ruined your whole perception for life, but too much, that's too young. it just warp you, especially if you're kind of geared towards running wild with it, like I was. It fucking destroyed my real life. Badly, bro. I ran through like $500,000, probably up $500,000 now when I got to run it all back up. But it's fun to me. Like, this is the fun part. So before I step foot into my newest venture, I guess, my normal life, I go back and I audit 11 years. And I'm like, oh my God, how the fuck could we just have this stuff sat here, bro? Clean this shit up now. And it's like, yeah, that guy's dead now. Carl might be somewhere. We had to cut these 3 guys off, and it's just been a mad fucking trip to look back on. It was never about Rust.
Who was it that passed away?
His name was Chaundy. He's on my. He'll be in some of the Steam groups on my account as Wreck Your Bones. I guess that was his name. He was like one of the first people to get skeet in the CS cheat. That was his thing. That's all he used to do. He needed to be a lick, bro, because he have such a low UID. Like, he has like some stupid low ID that mean like he get the cheat super early. He sell that account, but like as soon as you give him some crypto, bro, you just fucked it up. Probably why the universe killed him. He just died of a heart attack, and he was not like massively fat. He was only at 20. Really weird. Because, yeah, like, he just scam people for a ski account. Didn't he have a ski cheat, bro? The only him and a guy called Mezzo, M-E-Z-O, his name was John. Like, could be another guy to find him. It's like, he have a ski cheat as well. They're the only 2 people who I've ever seen with the ski cheat. It never even get released, I don't think. That would have been insane. Because this was before cheats were popular. You couldn't just Google cheats. I know a guy who knows a guy who's going to pay for an invite to Rust Glory, to AimKit, to Evil Cheats, to NUI.Ninja, to Kware. You should look up this individual, bro, because I can never get to the bottom of it. He's Australian, so you might like it. He's called Freestyler. Just type in Freestyler Rust, like Australia, whatever, at some point. Like, I believe he was the same time period. I always wonder if there was a crossover. But yeah, Freestyler was doing some shit I could never figure out, and that was so many years ago. So I wonder what he's up to. There's a connection with a guy called Swirl, S-W-U-R-L. Where the links just die off. I can trace them all back through. I've got loads of Steam groups, I've got loads of pictures. I still got loads of videos and stuff, but not as much as I had. I genuinely had terabytes of stuff. In fact, I'll show you the hard drives. You don't think I'm not even like telling the truth, bro? Like, it was all on it. But accidentally just I remove all the cloud-based files, right? All the stuff we speak about, all this stuff. It took many, many weeks. Then you just left with the hard drive. I don't know what I did, but I was like, all right, I'll just have one hard drive left. It's going to have all my memories with the boys who died and stuff, and maybe some of the less nice stuff we did to look back on. I must have destroyed it or something as well with all of the physical material, so it's gone, unfortunately.
What are the worst things you personally did, like, during those years, do you think, if you want to say?
I guess just looking for problems. I just like, it's like, I'm going to go and fuck up suspect Hembase. Just, allegedly I robbed all these guys, all the casinos. Allegedly, like, I've just done a lot. Back to back. But, they all scumbag anyway, bro. And do that. So allegedly, yeah, we just take like lots and lots of, a little bit of 500 quid here or there, 100 quid, not much, little bits of money from these casinos over the years. They just slip off because they're evil, bro. Make them 7 million. That's horrendous. Just one of them. They're worth 10 plus.
Jeez.
7 fucking million. And they're always popping up, bro, every week. Why don't we delve into that? This is the most nefarious, misunderstood. I can back this up with real stuff. I went to Rome, bro, and met the source. I went to Malta, the hub of the casino. I was like, what? They spent £500,000 in one night in the club, bro. I've never seen anything like this. I never met an imam. Do you know what an imam is, bro? I swear to you, I'm thinking this guy's homeless, and I'm thinking I'm going to rock him right now. And the guy told me that he's worth closer to $1 billion with a bit. I'm thinking, oh my God, what the fuck? Because I'm thinking he's some cracking mush. I love you. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Because I'm with this fucking 30 geezer. He's like, oh no, that's the fucking imam. He spent 500 bags, bro, on a party for that night. And that was when I went and met the owners of the casinos. Because I wanted to get a job. Didn't have any contacts. I'm just going to rock up and hang around outside the building till I catch someone. I could probably convince him to give me a job eventually. Like, who the fuck jump on a plane to Malta on a wing notice with a pre-existing channel ready to go and 7 million generated for these people? So I started doing slots, didn't I? I mean, the starting wage is £6,000 a month. And I fucked it off, bro. I threw it back on, bro. Look, £6 grand a month on top of what you get from streaming. You can easily do 10 bags a month because 6 is built there, 2 from YouTube, 2 from Twitch, bro. That's the method. You did 10 a month, cushy living. And you'll get 6 from the gambling sponsor, or you have to sell your son. But it's a horrendous industry. Starting salary is 6 bags a month. And it's meeting up with guys claiming 250 a month. And they are like the biggest guns I've ever seen.
this just a guy from the casino you were at in Malta, or is this a Rust casino owner?
There's loads of these guys. So every year, they all link up in Malta, right? And they just get fucked up, and it becomes this kind of like, I'm a flex. Like, this guy coming from he looked like the fucking, like, evil. Evil. Bro, I mean, they got midgets in the club dancing. They got women spinning demonic. Bro, I've never been in it. I wonder if I still have the pictures. I've been through like 6 phones since then. I got a graphene phone here that'll destroy itself when I put a passcode in. So if you want to buy that off me, bro, if anyone wants to buy preloaded phones, graphene, there's my plug. I'll sell you a phone that you put a passcode in. Destroy it. That's not illegal. So I don't have the pictures of it. They got midgets doing demonic shit.
Bro, the topics just changed from we're talking about midgets now, we're talking about gambling now. Oh my god, this is so much to keep up with.
Lighting fires, like rituals. The guy's put the G-Wagon
what the
in
fuck?
This fucking robe, bro, with like all etchings in, and it's like, this is just evil. It's evil to the core. Very strange people. It seems just a random NPC, sorry, but the owners of some of these casinos live out in Malta as well, because it's 5% tax. You pay 30%, 5%.
Gambling
they give you 30
midgets.
back as a government, and you pay 5. But I really want nothing else to do with it, because I learned of the knock-on effects. It's like, I'm massively hyper-aggressive, I'm massively paranoid.
My OBS crashed. Hello? Uh-oh. Wait, am I back?
Open the fucking door in real life.
Hello? Wait, am I here? Oh, wait. Are you guys still here? Can you hear me? I'm back. Refresh. Okay, we're back. Okay, I don't know what happened. My OBS just crashed there. As soon as we're talking about gambling midgets, all of a sudden something crashed. They're always listening. All right, so, well, let's get back to it. We're back to it.
I expect some dickhead to be right on the other side of it, because my whole thinking, neural pathways have been molded since childhood as Rust. So for that reason, I want to blow the lid. I was trying to blow the lid off everything, so that maybe some resource help 1 or 2 people and actually leave on a good note and not a bad thing.
At this point, the interview had been going on for a long time, so we decided to have a little intermission. So when you see Warrior come back with a different shirt on, that's why. When you
Oh my god, this interview! This is why I gotta ask Winter. Like, the interview went on for so long that a shirt change occurred. That's crazy. Oh my god, I feel bad for him. This is so much to edit. The shirt change is crazy.
back from Malta one trip, you were arrested. I've looked everywhere for the video. I remember seeing it at the time, and I'm like, what the what's going on there?
There's nothing for fucking reason, bro. There's nothing. You won't find anything. Well, you might find a video on Twitter from Carl that he posted where he's telling the guy that he needs fucking metal frags to repair my door. Yeah, it cost me fucking 2,000 quid. It'd been on for 3 days, maybe. I got that door put on while I was out of the country.
Would you be interested in talking about why or what happened there or anything like that?
Yeah, I got released. I just got a warning. It was threats to kill, allegedly.
And what happened there?
In Malta, I allegedly threatened to kill someone.
Oh
but
my god!
God knows, like, well, it's such a strange sequence of events that should not even make sense. Allegedly, I've had an argument with someone, a friend, to do them in. They've called the police when they've come back to the UK. I've only been back for a few hours. We're all just smoking bud in the garage, chilling, watching like footy. So everyone come back to my house. There was Carl, another person, and they all going back to different countries. It was sick. It was actually like a mental trip, good time. I'm just finishing off a joint, CC's inside watching footy. I hear these car doors slamming. Every time I'm smoking, or any time in general, but if I hear car doors slamming, who the fuck's slamming car doors? So I put my head out the garage. There's beds coming down, allegedly, I guess. This is all like finished, I guess, so you can just
So he's talking about that clip where he got arrested, if you guys don't know.
Right, I assume so. I've got the fucking thing that says it's all done and dusted. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. So yeah, I seen all these beds coming on the garden, bolted back inside. Literally, as I've got the door locked, they're on the fucking handle. A few weeks before, they were trying to get in, and they couldn't get in for another issue. Similar thing, a different person, I think. So if they're outside going mad, loads of them. I'm so fucking geeked. Carl's, but the other guys, he can't smoke this grade, bro. He keeps whining, he keeps throwing up. He knows he's out of his depth. So he's on the sofa chilling, feet up, doing his thing, TV's on. He's obviously mashing the door up, come out. I just turn all the lights off, get all the boys upstairs. I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna do? essentially. I'm like, they shouldn't be able to get in. I am just a normal streamer. I'm not a criminal. I have no previous thingies. They should not be able to smash it in, like, need a fucking warrant or whatever. And, yeah, we're just in the dark. It's like 10 at night. This other guy's taking the piss. He don't give a me and CC are tweaking. Well, mostly I'm tweaking, I guess, because it's my gaff. So he looks out the window, flashlight's coming up. He's like, they're all black. Oh, that's like the armed ones. So they're probably going to get in. This door that I've literally just had put on 3 days ago, the guy's telling me if they can get in for
man, they placed that door just fresh.
But damn, like that getting in anyway, so we got time. So we had like a bomb off chilling. So we'll just sober up, figure it all out. Before I know it, the fucking door just comes off. And yeah, they're in now. Please make yourself known. The other guys, like, I think we should make ourselves known. Like, what, and the alternative being what? We should get shot and killed, obviously. So we all have to come down these stairs, hands up. That's essentially the main story.
That's a pretty serious response. To
relive it. Yeah.
It's a pretty serious response to just saying, you know, I'll kill you or something to someone.
Apparently it's a threat to kill. Yeah, it's a threat to human life, so they have to follow it up, and I didn't answer the door. So it's fair enough. Makes sense. I was just trying to figure. I was just like confused, right? I just landed. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I guess if previously they think I might not have been in or for whatever reason, not answered the door on a previous attempt where they couldn't get in. It's like 2 times on record they can't get in. Maybe that seems like they probably want to get in and figure some shit out. They come with some pretty heavy force. And yeah, we're all just downstairs now. 3 guys, 3 different nationalities. They're fucking plausible. Just like this scenario just looks fucking weird. And I've got all the maddest bro. I still got all the fucking proper fucking dickhead
20 minutes left, chat. 20 minutes left.
Like, you know,
I think we still have the Coconut Bee interview in this to look forward to as well. Oh, yep, there it is. So that's coming up in a second. That's where this is going to get good.
So depressed, like, the coppers are mad. They're mad as fuck. And he's put my arms on my back and shit. And it's like, I lost the footage. I made him send me the footage. They give you a week to download it. I didn't realise. Honestly, I didn't feel like taking the piss, putting it out. But yeah, they searched my house, and because there was a weapon, they said, an offensive weapon. Yeah, can they got charged with possession of an offensive weapon? They said there was a zombie knife, a big, like, 15-inch zombie knife next to the bed, which is actually not really true. But it was maybe something like that. But allegedly, they come downstairs, whatever. It was knife, is it? So I don't know. But no one say a word, bro. If police come, just unmute your mic. The further that you're going to say to you that you are now under whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that just means all this is now going to be shown to you again when you're appearing in that courtroom in front of some people. So that's all they're telling you. Just unplug your mic. You don't know anything. So we all just mute up. He's like, if no one tells me whose knife this is, you're all going. And I'm like, come on. No one's a fucking word. And he just grabs me. Because I'm the homeowner. I'm Alex. I'm who they come for. He said, who's Alex? Who's Alex? No one's telling me who Alex is. Cece's trying to crack jokes and shit. And I'm kicking him in the leg, bro, and I'm getting pressed because I'm like, shut the fuck up, man. He's like, oh, he's such a good guy. He just fires all there. I'm like, yeah, man, just keep fucking talking. What are you doing? Like, the other guy's not clocking up. Just shut up. Papa just turns and tells guys like, you're just weird. Because you're just weird, man. Shut up. Honestly, we all burst out laughing and stuff. So yeah, they bagged me up, take me off to the cells because there was Class B drugs and there was a zombie knife, literally.
Who was the person who called the police? You don't have to say that either, by the way. Like, someone like the Rust community would know, or was it a Rust player, friend?
No. It was a civilian. It was just a civilian who got caught up in the wrong.
I directed the conversation back towards Rust, where we began to speak about Coconut Bee and his theory on Warrior.
Here we go. If you guys don't know, Warrior and Coco have a lot of beef. There was actually a point where they were going to box each other. It actually almost got pushed through. If you guys don't know, Aiden Ross, who was one of the biggest streamers, he does this boxing event with streamers. And XQC, it was going to be XQC's team versus, I think, Aiden's team or something. And Coco needed people for his team. Or sorry, XQC needed people for his team. Coco wanted to box. And a lot of people are saying box Warrior, and Warrior was down. These guys were both down. They both said it, and Aiden Ross and XQC saw it, and I think it was about to happen, but then something with visas couldn't happen. Like Warrior couldn't travel to the U.S. or something, and it ended up not happening. So now I'm curious to see what is going to get brought up here, because Coco and Warrior do definitely have a lot of history.
right for years, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that anyone was right or wrong. It's like, I guess it kind of come pretty well in because it was all years ago, but you just don't give oxygen to the fire that needs to burn. So you just ignore it. If Coco has nothing to latch onto, no one's going to find these profiles.
So he's saying Coco's theory was right, but about what?
The only person that have them is FacePunch and Reddit admins and stuff. If Reddit admins have them, then they all share lists.
Oh, about cheating. Oh, about cheating.
All the Rust servers must know about me. That guy was, yeah, in theory, right. But not as Warrior. I was like a kid. Technically wasn't Warrior, but yeah.
So Coco knew he was cheating all along. That's crazy.
Summarize what Coco was right about. What exactly was Coco right about?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what's going on.
Oh, I guess we're gonna find out for sure. Oh shit.
During the video, Warrior said that your theories...
Bart, we're almost over. We got like 20 minutes. 19 minutes, but now we're in the good part. We got Coco here.
Bang on. What were those theories?
So back during COVID, I got hit up. Now this is like the weird thing. Like I want to tell you this. I haven't told you this yet, but back in COVID, I got hit up by multiple cheating organizations saying, hey, we'll give you an X amount of money if you promote our product. It could be inconspicuous. All you got to do is name drop us a couple times, like 12, 20 promotions. We'll give you upwards of, I don't know, like $150,000, like a lot of money, a lot of money. And to me back then, I mean, it still is a lot of money, but to me back then, that was life-changing money. So how these guys actually hit me up was through Telegram. You know what Telegram is, Sir Winter?
Recently had to learn about it because that's how Warrior wants to communicate.
Oh.
Okay. So like Telegram is like an encryption messaging software, but the thing about Telegram is you can only message people if you have like their direct number, right? So it's like my theory.
The views jumped up by like 20 to 30 people in the stream when Coco went on and you could hear plain, clear English.
My theory is these cheating organizations are actually, it's either someone in my network gave my information away, or a Rust casino is running these operations and they use that number to give my number away because I use Telegram to communicate with casinos. That's my theory, because it's these Rust casinos, they have so much liquidity, why not invest it into cheating software and have a cheating organization and make even more money?
Damn.
You know what I mean? That's my theory. I have no proof about it. I'm not name dropping anyone either. I don't know who's guilty, but that's my theory.
From the context I got while speaking to Warrior, the theory that he seemed to be talking about was you being right about cheating and stream sniping and so on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm spot on. Like, I think Temple Taps was just the, like, surely you can't be the only creator that's been promoting cheats, right? Like, there's no way that he's the only person that's been involved in this. Nah, I don't buy it. I think a couple people are guilty and they took the deal, you know?
I've spoken to Temple Taps and asked if he'd like to do an interview as well. He agreed, but then towards the end of the night, he said that he was now too wiped to do the interview and just sent me an 8-minute recording of his voice, giving his thoughts and whatnot. I actually haven't listened to it yet, but I have that sitting there. But I imagine it's the same script that we've been hearing.
Yeah, it probably is.
I was kind of hoping to get him in an interview as well, so I could give him a couple more invasive questions, I guess. But maybe he saw that coming and decided it was best to go against it, you know?
Well, I mean, like, if you're innocent, bro, you should come on and just talk about it, you know? Like, I'm actually... True. I think he knows the reason why he got banned. He's still playing stupid, which there's people in his community that believe him. And like I said that if I'm wrong about this, I will apologize. I said that. I said, if I'm completely wrong about this and this isn't real, like, yeah, like, I'll apologize. But what do you think about the whole Temple Taps thing? You think there's more to meets the eye, or you think he was scripting? Because I don't think he was scripting. I don't think he was cheating.
As someone who really looked into this whole story and covered this story, it's hard to believe he was actually scripting. I mean, maybe, like, I can't see Face Punch lying, but also maybe, you know, they didn't give the whole truth.
I think they have to lie. I think they have to lie to save face because they don't want more creators selling and endorsing cheats. So it's a lot easier to say he was using a third-party software, and it's better for the company. It's a smart move as well, because who wants to promote that shit, right? Like, as a company, why would you want to promote that and be like, hey, this guy got banned for big money deals, and if you're desperate, it's there, you know what I mean? So I think it's just like a big corporate, like, company move. It's a smart move. I'd do the same move if I was Face Punch. I think my theory was spot on. But you did happen to have this conversation. I have to ask you a question. You talked about how Warrior is kind of blowing the nail here, and he's kind of blowing loose with what's going on. Like, what did he talk about with you?
So after everything you've heard and I've shown you, what do you think of Warrior as a person?
Warrior as a person, I think he's a fucking piece of shit. I think he's a fucking piece of shit, and he hates on creators that made it because it reminds him of his own fucking failures.
My
And
god.
I think he stream snipes creators and he tries to grief. Here's what I think in the creator world is, I think in the game of Rust, like our game, this doesn't apply to other games. I think intention is everything. And if your entire concept of content is to grief and stream snipe creators and try to ruin their shit and what they got going on just because their light shines a little brighter than yours, I think that kind of tells everything about who
Coco's
you
such
are
a
as an
real one,
artist.
bro.
Successful artists don't smear other artists' art
Yeah.
just for existing.
Yeah.
And I think I'd love for the chance to knock him the fuck out. And I would
Oh
love
my
for the chance to
God.
hurt him in a boxing ring. We talked about it, but
Yup.
he hopped on some fucking steroids, and I think.
Oh
if
yeah,
you-
that might be also why the boxing thing never happened, is because he was obviously fucking roided. He wouldn't pass the tests.
You hop on fucking juice. You have no right to criticize anyone what they look
That's
like.
crazy.
Especially when your genetic natural is what it was. So
Oh, man.
that's my thought on him as a person. Am I happy about where his career is headed? Honestly, no. I don't think I've ever been happy about like a guy that I've had problems with, like, and their dream kind of dies, because it's how can I hate on someone that has the same dream as me? Winner? Like, we're all in this ecosystem together, and we're all creators here, and this is what we do to eat and provide. So yeah, it does feel negative, and like I do feel bad for him declining in viewership, and he's getting complacent in it. But I mean, this is like nothing new. This is like what
was Warrior losing viewership? I remember he had like a whole rebrand where he was. This is before he took steroids and everything. This is when he was like a skinny kid. He left YouTube, and like streaming. He stopped streaming. He stopped doing YouTube. He deleted all of his YouTube videos. And then he started uploading like gym content and went on this like gym posting spree where he was, showing what he was eating for breakfast and when he was, what his workouts were. And he was posting those as YouTube videos. And then he came back and started doing Rust, and all of a sudden he was like jacked and shit. I don't know if that was all like a publicity stunt, but I'm just curious. I know he had a lot of viewership back in the day because I would watch his YouTube videos when we collabed that first time for 4 years ago when we did that million viewed video where I framed him as the best PvPer in Rust. Like, he was doing hundreds of thousands of views. But let's pull up his channel now. Let's actually just get our answers for ourselves here. Warrior Rust. Oh, well, I guess never mind. We're not going to get our answer here, guys. I don't think we're going to get our answer. So, interesting. We'll continue the video.
the third time he's deleted all his shit and fucking just tucked tail and walked away? Where's the love for your community? What about your community and the people that supported you? No explanation. You're just gonna walk away after they supported you fulfill your dreams? Fuck off.
He just was like, oh, Warrior just used to be this mad cheater. And it was like, nah. yeah. Like, yeah, it's just bang on.
I feel like Lacrone's been brought up a bunch.
Yeah,
this guy.
So did he just admitted, yeah, he was all right.
This guy sounds like he is going through the ringer with these people harassing the shit out of him. Do you think it's going like too far for Lacrone, or
depends if you're looking at Lacrone or Vinny, right? He probably knows. He can't be that stupid, bro. I think he just played into it. Because like Temple Taps, he kind of becomes stuck in. So while he might not have been profiteering through subs, his way to recoup it was he's giving them the clips they need to sell their scripts. So people are going to tune in to laugh and watch and mock him. His role is the jester. I had to be this killing machine, putting stuff down Bruno. His role was to be the jester, so he's directly profiteering off that underworld.
So Warrior fully thinks that Temple Taps was cheating, or not cheating, was like, promoting scripts, and he's saying like Coco's theory was 100% right.
there just through a different mechanism to temple taps.
How is he profiting off of this?
Because like, there's no he know that like if he
I'm
just
telling you, bro. Listen, guys, I've had so many conversations with Coco. He is my business partner. We do events together. We have so many conversations behind the scenes, and I cannot tell you how many times this guy has had crazy theories, not released theories, things that he's never talked about before, that he's told me in private behind closed doors, and they end up being right. I'm telling you, this guy knows something. If Coco has a theory, you better pay attention and listen up.
give attention to him, it goes away. So he make it into a massive scene, bro. The only time his fucking clips are popping, views are flying up is when he's tweaking about some hacker and he's just lost like in the rockets. Other than that, no one cares. He's crawling through the jungle with a star. That's the penultimate finale. It's not the raid. He's become built to this system of being the guy that no one likes, but it's just an act. It's probably, and it pays better than a regular job. So he's stuck doing it. And now he's engaged. And that's mad to me. Watch my husband do for a living. He pretends to get mad at kids online. That's awesome.
Another thing that interests me with the Temple Tat situation is I remember years ago that Twitch implemented a rule that if you are a cheater, you're permabanned from the website or banned to some degree or something like that.
You can't display any cheating content and stuff like boxed stuff and shit like that. No, yeah, you're gone, bro. If that's what you're doing, you're gone. So how the fuck is the internet? It's not cheats. And FacePunch and FacePunch come out and said he was cheating as well, no?
Yeah, they did.
And there's the whole thing. Just like that.
I brought the conversation back to streamers being extorted, where Warrior alleges that a popular Rust streamer had hired one of his stream snipers who had made a dedicated channel to messing with said streamer, basically to get him
not anymore. Oh yeah, not anymore. That's right. Yeah, Bishop here has some involvement with Twitch and Twitch rivals, and they removed that rule, and everyone was furious about that, including Alistair. So it's not a rule anymore. Actually, you cannot get banned on Twitch anymore for being a cheater. They'll let you play.
I remember you saying allegedly got extorted 1.5k.
Oh,
bro, Sam Winter keeps bleeping these goddamn names, pissing me off. What the hell? What the hell, Winter? Man, I'm telling you guys, even after this, there's still so much out there that people know about, but no one's talking about. Fill the names for yourself, man. I don't know the names, Bishop. Do you know the names, Bishop? Sarah Winter. Okay, wait. Sarah Winter's in the chat right now. Hold on. We got to ask him a question. Winter, I want to ask you a question that I had earlier. I don't think you were here. You may have been AFK. Winter, when you were doing this interview live, okay, there's been so much yap, and this guy fucking switches from one topic to the other so quickly. Dude, how were you recording that? Like, were you following along? Like, did you understand everything he was saying? Like, what was doing this interview like for you? I'm really curious on that, because we got people in the chat pointing out how his foam panels are crooked and he's changing t-shirts. Like, everyone's just pointing out all these little things on the sides while he switches from topic to topic. So I'm just curious. What's up, Brayden? It was something about the kick event. What was the thing you were going to have him DM you? It was something about the kick event. Oh yeah. Okay. So also earlier, Sarah Winter, I mentioned when CC Rust was hold on, I'll get into that after. For some reason, I'm the only guy in the world who can understand him. I speak Montanese. I mean, dude, good on you. That shows you can do your job right. But what Pineapple is bringing up in the chat, Winter, you know how you were interviewing CC Rust earlier, and I kind of told the chat, I mean, it was brought up in the documentary, that CC Rust griefed your team in the Kickoff 1 event, $100,000 Rust tournament, decided to inside you, destroy and grief you guys and inside you guys and leave the event. Obviously, we fixed that up, but I mentioned to the chat, I now know the reason why he did that, because you DM'd me today. Chat wanted to know why, but I said, I don't know if I can say it. Sarah Winter just told me it's fresh. She probably doesn't want me to say it. Am I allowed to say it, Winter? Or do you want me to? It's up to you. You do not have to feel pressured to do it, because I know it's very private information. But that's what chat was asking. Hold on to it. All right, guys, we have to respect that. That is the world, guys. I'm sorry, you just gotta live with it. Oh, we're so edging you guys. We're so edging you guys.
No, well, I don't know. He was paying him 50 a video for quite a while. I don't know what it worked. It probably worked out.
Sarah Winter says, I'll release it at some point. All right, there you guys go. He's going to release it at some point. You guys will have your answer. Listen, there's a lot of things in this documentary that I would love to know. All right, all these redacted names. All right, it's like the fucking Epstein files. Okay, there's so much redacted shit. We don't know the full story. There's plenty of things out there that we need to know. Okay, we'll get plenty of it, dude. Like this, the fucking Rust community is insane. Like I feel like so many answers are coming out. Like who's cheating, who's doing this, why Alistair left, like why the game's turning this way. Like there's so many questions, guys. There's so many questions I wish I would know. And I don't know all the answers, but I will tell you, it's very entertaining. I don't mind not knowing the answers. I think part of the fun is knowing when the answers come out naturally. So you guys will just find out with me. Enjoy the ride, guys. It's like this is good entertainment. Clearly, you guys are all hooked. You guys are all a bunch of drama queens in the chat. Okay, so you guys clearly love this shit just as much as me. So we'll figure it out all together. Patience, everything will come. Don't you worry. Why did Alistair leave at FancyOrb? I mean, I don't know if that's for me to talk about.
Probably like a couple of things. Like he would say, "Yeah, I'm just off to work." And I'm like, "He stopped. He quit."
No, fucking redacted. God fucking damn it, Sarah Winter.
Fucking loads. Because
who's getting paid?
You see an individual making really good videos, but also just fucking him. So he's like, just make the videos then.
So what? He became editor?
And then the reality was he paying for editing, or was he just paying for him to leave him alone with the cheese?
Yeah, I imagine probably a bit of both. But I also don't think had a very successful YouTube channel.
Oh, dude, Sarah Winter knows what he's doing. Okay,
from memory, like
hold on.
I also don't think had a very successful YouTube channel from memory. Like he's successful.
It was like 50 quid.
Okay, so this isn't someone big. It's redacted names, but it does sound like it's not like a huge creator. So it's not. This is probably nothing to be like flipping out about. Sarah Winter just said it himself. This person wasn't a huge Rust creator. So,
but to a kid, that's a cheap sub. You're paying a cheap sub.
Big enough, yeah, sure. Big enough to be mentioned. Wait, Sarah Winter, this? Okay, hold on. Sarah Winter, I got a question for you. I've been in the community. I mean, you've known how long since I've been in the community. You saw, like, my come up and stuff. All these people they mentioned, like, their redacted usernames. Would I know all these people? Like, are they big enough where I would know them? Yeah, you were there for my birth, bro. You've seen it all. Why you gotta say it like that? I was there for your birth. Yes, I would know them. God damn it! Now I want to. Sarah Winter, would you DM me? And I would not say it on the stream. You have my word. You have my word about CC Rust. I didn't say it. Would you DM me just so I can give my reaction to all of these people? Just be like, whoa, no way, like something like that. It's Bloomer, dude. It better not be fucking Bloomer. If it's Bloomer, I'm gonna be pissed. He's the next prodigy that I'm gonna bring up on my channel. Wait until you CC the end. Okay. All right. I'll wait till the end. Dude, it better not be fucking Bloomer. He's the next prodigy. He's gonna be on my stream on Sunday. We're doing a little mini event on Sunday. He's gonna be there.
So the next part that I bring up is about his relationship with a trans person, which I brought up because I know you'd all kill me if I didn't.
Okay, that's so funny. If you guys don't know, Warrior, I think, was seeing a transgender. And obviously, you guys know the Rust community, and when they hear that word, they're gonna flip out and be crazy. You guys know the Rust community, so I think it was so funny. Everyone was like pretty much dogging on him for that. So I think this is, people are wilding. Yeah, Pineapple, like it's kind of crazy. Like it's something you wouldn't expect, but I'm curious where this is gonna go now.
This is what he had to say about it.
She'd love it, probably, to be honest. She'd love it. Like, but yeah, I did definitely worry because, like, bro, they send my parents stuff, loads of shit. Like, they try to stop me and blackmail me, like, loads of times with those leaks. It's like, I made the leaks. So then I actually go take that back to my mum and dad. Just there you go. Before it comes from someone else. Okay, I've known if he, like, you'll understand how, like, none of years and years and years. Like, it's not just I'm just on the street.
Hey, everyone's got their own thing, Grandpa. Hell yeah. Hey, if he's into that, let him be into that. Power to him. Fuck yeah.
I was to go and see Maria about 3 or 4 years ago, but I ended up getting a real relationship that went on for quite a few years. And then when I got out, I was like, well, I was randomly just thinking, oh, what the fuck's Maria up to? And then text me, like, call me, or follow me. Like, that's liking my shit. It's like, what the fuck? Because I swear down, bro. You think about some shit, it can happen. So she's not liking my stuff, whatever. You see how I say she?
No, it's not a meme.
This person has had facial reconstructive surgery. This person can play a girl better than a girl.
What?
But like, because you will say like,
now the documentary is getting good. All of a sudden, I can hear him clearly now. We're paying attention.
Like, you know, really, if you hang around in the real world, other than being 6 foot, genuinely, like, and I guess a big feet, it's mad because I choose to approach it with an open mind. It's like I was taking training.
Did you ever see the pictures? Unfortunately, I have, Pineapple. Unfortunately, I have. I don't even want to talk. I actually forgot about it until you brought it up, Pineapple. So now I have to remember that.
And test and all these drugs is like, how am I any different to putting hormones in my body?
And for those who don't know, you don't want to know. Yeah, don't question it, guys.
The inner mechanisms of this person.
No, I don't have that saved.
This person's also clearing like big money on OnlyFans and shit. And this person teach me how to cook rice. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
she taught him how to cook rice.
Oh, meal prep off the back end of ragging Abraham.
Bro, she taught him how to cook rice at like what? He was probably 24. Who learned what age were you guys when you learned how to cook rice? How old were you guys? Wait, coconut bee spotted. Coconut bee spotted. Hold on, how do I VIP a Coco? VIP coconut bee. That worked? Let's go. Blueberry Gabby. 7. Damn, that's really early, actually. I didn't learn until I was like 15. 35? That's so funny.
All the comments are just all about that now, but the reality was I just needed to try and generate a bit of media and I thought, well, if I'm going, I'll try and recoup some funds out of the
Grandpa, thanks for the sub, bro.
And,
oh, true. Yeah, let me get you with her. Let me get
some
you.
Some guys have leaked that it will happen anyway by like monitoring what's going on and stuff, so I have to lean into it. So I was leaning into
I noticed you leaned into it pretty heavily.
Of course, because otherwise, like, it takes the power away from it, right? If you give the power to the item to have control over you, it just never works. So I just, anything I do, I just brand the shit down.
So this is the note I kind of want to end on. After hearing everything that you've said to me today, and like at the end of this conversation, it feels like the person you're exposed
the Badusi. Oh no,
dude,
not the
out of
Badusi.
anyone is yourself.
Unfortunately, yes. And it's like, if people want me to give them all kinds of stuff. But yeah, the reality is, because I'm not worried about just act, it's like, he is technically, I'll be Alex. But yeah, it's, you know, we just start this Warrior channel our last 3 weeks without getting banned or whatever. Here we are. Like, it's been a whole weird range of things happened on the way, but yeah. But now I'm bored of doing that. It's like, and then stop talking about bro.
Sarah Winter, I need to ask. I showed the tweet earlier that this is a 1 out of 10 for your YouTube channel. For context, if you guys weren't here when I said it earlier, 31K views in the first hour and a half is an insane. Like, that's more than what like a global warfare like video would do, and those have millions of views. So I'm curious, how many views is it at right now, Winter? Because it's not updated for people who don't have the analytics. How many views is that right now? Check your new tweet. Oh my god, did you make another tweet? Hold on. Epstein files. Oh my god. Bro. Is that in our stream? Is that someone in here? Oh, no, wait, that's not someone in here. That's different badges. That's crazy. This is like the fucking files, though. This is like the biggest files that I've ever dropped in the Rust community.
Yeah, trying to play this nice, like, no, quite the opposite. Roid Rage was temporarily used as a way to generate a bit of content in a window where it lined up with putting some more muscleness on my friend. That's all, bro. And you just saw that through the lens of the TikTok. It's the parasocial weirdos, bro, that think they know you and stuff. Talk about, come do this and that. It's like, you don't need to tell me you do anything. If you're outside when I see you, you're outside when I see you. If you're not, you're not. I don't care. You're a loser, bro. I don't go commenting on people's stuff that in my life. Like, if it's a friend and stuff, maybe, but never catch me leaving any weirdo, like, proper, just creature level hatred like these guys do. Sucks. No, no.
God damn
But
it.
it always annoyed me. That's why, like, Croydon give me the flack for being it and let the guy come up somebody. I never was. Like, I actually turned them all down. But Rusty the Villain.
And it was a good paying job.
I literally say to myself, I'm willing to accept like half of whatever the work, like whatever a normal wage is, in order to play a video game all day. Before you know it, yeah, you soon past that. But then you could argue, yeah, because he just one guy with a ton of crypto that he got from cheats or something just juiced you up like Temple Top. You know, I guess the argument is, was it streaming and pizza in progress, as the door said, or was it just kind of having a laugh with the boys and there was a bit of streaming going on in the background? It might have been more so the secondary option.
So after everything I've just shown you, what's your thoughts?
Okay, so back to like the interview when Sarah Winter interviewed us creators. He asked us the first question that you saw at the beginning of the video, whereas what do you think of Warrior? And then you answer that, and then he sends you this massive list of all the things that he admitted, because like he obviously can't show you the full video and you get all the answers. So he gives you like a TLDR list of all the things that you just watched. He talked about the steroids, the getting arrested, the stealing from gambling, the cheating, and all that stuff. And then he asks you right after. He gets your reaction. You read through all the lists. You're like, oh my god. And then he asks you this question.
Now about Warrior.
What do you think now about
Honestly,
Warrior?
I mean, he obviously seems like somebody that just wants you guys back. That's why he's here.
I kind of suspected.
Well, BB right in on chat and
I have
stream.
spoken to Warrior and he's been quite nice to me.
I would argue that's the wrong reason to be doing content creation as a whole. I think it's kind of shitty.
But I didn't want to be on the wrong side because of all of those things that you've sent me, that you've shown me. I kind of feared that would be something that would happen.
I don't know. He seems to just want to take the short way out of everything. He just bags out on everything he can.
Seems like there's not really a lot of morals when it comes to this guy. That's pretty crazy, to say the least.
It sounds like a pretty bad guy after that. I'm not gonna lie. Makes me scared of him now.
You live.
Hey,
and
who's
learn
that?
As long as you take into account mistakes of your past and not try to do them in the future, I feel like everything can change. Like, I don't know if it's a right example, but you could look at Vincent SOG, for example.
I don't really know exactly what's going on with him all the way, but I just know he's struggling with a ton of different crazy things, and I guess your video is gonna answer all this.
I don't give a fuck, to be honest. It's still my G. That guy was like one of the first people to reach out to me when I was banned. My opinion on him won't change. Even though like there's like negative things surrounding him, you can't judge someone by the things that they've done wrong. You can only judge them by how they've treated you.
This is so fucking funny to hear Tacular say this, because in this documentary, Warrior completely threw Tacular under the bus, saying, yeah, he was cheating. Yeah, Reshade was bad. Like, we saw him completely diss Tacular earlier. And then Tacular's like, yeah, he's a good guy. We shouldn't judge him for all that. Like, oh my, oh, that's a bad clip.
I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think he's just different to everyone else. I feel like the Rust scene and content scene in general is mainly just people trying their hardest to put on this really cool...
Sarah Winter says, bro, broke my heart for Tac, who is excited to see the video. Fuck my life. Oh, so Winter, you interviewed Warrior. You saw Warrior shit on Tacular for the reshade. And then you interviewed Tacular, and he says, oh, he's a good guy. No one should be judged. And like, oh, man. You gotta feel bad for that.
Image of them where they look really friendly and nice. Whereas I don't feel like he's ever tried to do that, which is why I think...
God, Sarah Winter, you're an asshole for that, man.
Big loyal fan base.
Just kidding.
Upsetting, bro. I used to really like his content. I'd love to say he's more of a legend than I thought he was, based on everything after the second point. The only reason I tried to even learn the MP5 recoil was because of him and his clips that I kept saying all the time.
Yeah, toxic is the word I'd use. Yeah, that kind of lines up with what I'm seeing, I guess.
I hold nothing against him, to be honest. I bet if you asked all the other Rust creators out there's probably hundreds of things like this that they have hidden away.
No, he's still a PvP swimmer. He's a fucking arsehole.
Ooh,
if that's true, what you
shit.
just showed me, he's an arsehole.
Disappointed.
Damn.
Yeah, I'd say disappointed, but the rest of it just screams Warrior. So
an interesting fella who maybe lost himself a little bit, but also at the same time is maybe coming back a little bit into reality. Like, I don't know him well enough.
And I literally don't have anything negative to say about him, other than the fact there was always like...
Oh, we're
alright,
digging it even more. Oh, no.
who would win? Tacular or Warrior? And motherfucker said Warrior, bro. Like, that pisses me off. That's an ego hurt, but I still have love for him, so... I honestly don't care.
That's pretty crazy, to say the least. I never would have thought any of these things, to be honest.
He made mistakes, and I think if he just stands up to his mistakes from the past and goes forward with a lot of positive things, I believe he can come back into like the Rust main scene, I guess, because he was a main part in like the early 220s, I believe.
I don't know. Do you guys think he could come back in the main scene after admitting all this? Like, it makes you wonder, like, why would he? Like, why? Like, what's it, like? I guess he has to be done. There's no way he's gonna come back.
I don't know. My impression of Warrior is obviously it's hard to understand what he's saying. He does seem to be a little bit
That's so
neurotic.
true.
He's a little crazy of a dude. I don't know if it's the steroids or what, but he's definitely a little out there sometimes. But overall, I like the guy personally.
He couldn't even gain muscle naturally. He had to take steroids,
Damn,
and then he sold
Brayden.
peptides to his community.
Oh my god.
And then I don't know, bro. It's just not the route.
Dude, Brayden doesn't give a fuck, bro.
I want to go, that's for sure. But also, I respected him a lot back in the day. I just think maybe he hasn't changed. Maybe it was all just a character.
God damn, Brayden. You got balls, kid.
So I've got this final question, which is, for the audience and stuff. Why are you doing this now? And what do you want
Oh, okay. This is the answer that we all want. Why? Why is he doing this? Why?
to happen when this video comes out?
I don't want anything to happen, but it's the final nail in the coffin, right? It's just addressing, like, some of the topics that have always interested me, trying to reminisce, link up with old friends, see where their lives took them. The only way, I guess, is to probably talk about it, kind of wake people up to how badly some of these guys really do think about their fans and stuff. Like, they just feel like numbers, which is kind of sad, especially when they're supposed to be an advocate for them, really. It's their niche, that's who they go to. But the reason now I just get into a relationship is serious. Like, I have a chance to actually
Good for
create a
him.
lasting mark on the world, I suppose. Then I said if that come up again, I would seize it fully with both hands. I won't let it slip. This also ties in as a good time to kind of wrap it all off. And yeah, I'm just going to have a normal life. I'll still post TikToks and stuff. I'll always create things. So I'll probably be around more than ever. That's the unfortunate reality. Maybe I'll make a Rust server or something. Maybe if the game on me, I'll make a Rust cheat. I don't really know. Like, I mean,
Whoa,
I'm still get to
whoa,
it either
what
way.
the fuck?
Nothing ever changes. So
Bro just casually said, if they ban me, I'll just make a Rust cheat. That's crazy.
no actual goals, just
What the fuck?
all of being Warrior now.
Damn.
If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I know that was a lot. Throughout this whole video, I think I only used about half of our interview. So if you want to see even more, I'm going to release that on my Patreon. I even have heaps of footage of all the Rust guys reacting to when I dropped all the information on them about what Warrior had done.
Nice. I mean, one thing I will say is it's interesting is that I want you guys to hear this because this is interesting. If you guys don't know, Warrior, like when this all happened, he started a peptide like website or business or whatever where he's selling peptides. You can see it in his bio on like YouTube or on TikTok, and so it's interesting. And Sarah Winter and I talked about this, like, when we're asking like why, like the reasoning for all this and like what would be the motive and stuff, and probably is, could it be to sell his peptide website or like advertise it because everyone's going to check his channels now and see that's the only link in his bio, so it could be that. But then, like, why go about it that way? Because if you're telling the whole world and admitting all these terrible things like getting arrested, being a cheater, putting people in danger, stealing from casinos, there's so many other things I can't remember, but if you're admitting all that, people probably wouldn't trust you after that, right? It's like, why would you buy something as important as peptides, like for like building protein and amino acids and muscle and stuff? Like, I feel like that's the last person you want to buy like important stuff like that from. So it is just interesting, like from a business perspective, why he did that. But I don't know, man. Like, listen, like they mentioned in the documentary, CC Russ and Sam Winter said Warrior is a strategic person. He's smart. He moves smart. He does everything with intention, and so, well, I wonder if he's. I just wonder what's next. And he said he's still gonna be posting TikToks and stuff. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, what do you guys think? Oh, let me pull up chat right here. What'd you guys think? What's your opinion on Warrior? Warrior bathwater? No way. There was a documentary from Sarah Winter. Sarah Winter definitely deserves that success. I'm hoping to do this more often, just like watching or reacting to videos with you guys like that, like our like big community videos, like not just like normal Rust videos, like shit that's actually entertaining, shit like worth talking about. So like potentially more Sarah Winter documentaries if he cooks up bangers, maybe some like Z-Chum does really good videos. When Z-Chum drops like a main channel video, that might be worth watching. I'm talking about like the bangers where you know already it's gonna be good. W, can't wait for the Toonstein files. Bro, Tony is not going to have files. No way. W Doc, W Winter, and fuck this guy. I don't like that guy. Yep. I think this is him closing his Warrior chapter, showing he's serious about next chapter being his relationship, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Seems like a dud. Unfortunately, this means this dud gets more airtime. Need like a Jerry Springer type panel. Interesting move. It'll be interesting to see what comes. Main takeaway: Warrior needs subtitles as TikToks from here on out. Yeah. When Sarah Winter posted a preview of the documentary, immediately there's 2 people who told him he needed to put subtitles. It was me and Frost, and we had the most likes on that thread because everyone was like, yes, we need subtitles, we can't hear them. So thank you, Sarah Winter, for listening to us and placing subtitles on this video.